Okay, we are up. We are live. Welcome, everybody, to this week's Tabletop Treasure Hunters with another special guest session. Tabletop Treasure Hunters is our Pathfinder 2nd Edition homebrewed campaign. And Pathfinder 2nd Edition, though this is our campaign, the rule system, the world of Galarion, many of the deities, abilities, names, locations, and the kind of world in Galarion that we're playing is owned by a company named Paizo. So thank you, Paizo. We love your game. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and do some player introductions. We are going to start with Reiklin and go round table, leaving our lovely guest for last here. So let's start with you, Reiklin.
All right, I'm Jason. I play Reiklin. That's his name up here and not down here. That's just how the guest's name is on the screen.
I'm just gonna slide that away.
Yeah, Reiklin. He is a 40-something-year-old human cleric of Nethys. He's got stubble that's still growing back as he shaved his head and face for going into supreme. What do you call it? Going undercover for one of their previous missions. And he is now sporting a staff with an ice cream sundae on top. More about that later.
Yum.
So fearsome.
My name is Alex, and I play Sapisto, the hit plant. He's a leshy bard. There's a cat in here somewhere.
That title was earned during this campaign.
Thank you. He was completely still in that pot for many, many hours. Here to, oh my gosh, 6 shares for 6 villain points.
Somebody's got it out for you guys today.
Yeah.
Is it Gnome? Yep, it's Gnome.
Yeah,
It was
of course
Gnome.
it is.
Always gnome. There's no
All
one
right.
else.
No, nothing else to say after that. I have to plug in my headset though. It's almost dead.
All right.
Right, I am Dalton, and I play Zarias. He's a lizard folk sorcerer monk. He joined the Goldbloods to make some great stories and has been really honored to be working with this party as we've made our way through all these stories.
All right, Regina.
Regina is our 132-year-old human barbarian.
Ooh, the age comes out.
And, she's just trying to stay young.
You know, by her latest feat, which I'm sure we'll see during this stream, I'm going to say she's doing a good job. All right. My name is Chase. I go on the internet as Wholesome Dad Gamer. This is my streaming channel, and I'm playing the DM for this campaign. So the NPCs, the enemies, the environment, all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do a little introduction for our guest here, and then I'll let him kind of cover anything else that I might miss. But we've got Toby Pack here with us today. He is a voice actor and a DM for the Side Quest Inn, which is a awesome podcast. I highly recommend checking it out. I've got a link in it to the stream description. So definitely take a look at that. Go show them some love. Listen to their fun, awesome stories. They do Pathfinder and Starfinder. I think that's pretty much exclusive what you guys do for the time being.
Yep,
yeah?
it is.
Very cool. And also, now I can't introduce him without mentioning, Toby here was my first game master, and I have to share a funny story because I still think it's hilarious.
Likewise.
Oh yes, he was also Alex's first DM. So now when I was when I met Toby, he was all about like, hey, come try Pathfinder. It's pretty much Dungeons and Dragons, and I was very resistant. I was like, no, I've got my World of Warcraft. I've got my video games. I'm good. I can't. I won't do it. And we actually worked together. And I remember that the way that he got me into it was we were very bored one day at work. And he started just messaging me over Skype with some kind of random scenario about somebody getting lost on a bike and they crashed and they got lost in some woods. It's just like, what would you do? What would you do here? What would you do in this situation? And like I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty fun. I'll go with this. And that went on for like an hour. He's like, guess what? You just played Pathfinder pretty much.
That's awesome.
And then I was like, all right, I gotta accept after that. So
That's a few of those chat games.
Right? Yeah, it kind of became a thing. It was fun. So yeah, very excited to have Toby here. He's an awesome DM. And anything else I missed that you would like to introduce about yourself, sir?
No, you did great.
Awesome. Now, your character's name is going to be Nedhara. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Nedhara.
Awesome. Now, you can share anything about him right now if you would like, or if you want to keep it for the session, that's fine too.
I guess the only thing that I'll share is he's probably like the greatest wizard this side of Osirian.
Yeah, I mean, I think that checks out. And let's go ahead and jump into downtime. Now, the players typically we've been doing preparations on stream, but we figured we'd save some time. I have a preparation sheet that the players are filling out, so I know what spells they've got prepared. I know what items they've left behind, etc. So we're just going to go with that. And let's start with Regina. Go round table. Tell me what you guys did with your 5 days of downtime.
I threw a concert to raise money. And
Indeed.
there were some problems with another singer, and they have vanished.
Was it Sapisto? Are you gone, Sapisto?
No, you said that there was a
Sapisto
rival.
didn't know that. Sapisto didn't know there was a concert. He was performing an ode to Tom by himself on the other side of town.
An ode to Tom. Lovely. Very good. Yeah, so your concert, you earned a bit of income, but it was not the best of earned incomes. What about you, Zarias?
Zarias, after last week, we discussed that Reiklin was going to send a letter to Perdita explaining why we weren't able to make it and offering our apologies. And so Zarias painted her a lovely painting of her and Tom standing and looking off into the distance at one of the floating islands. And so this started a lovely correspondence between the two of them. And he mentioned that he was looking on the hunt for a staff of greater healing for Reiklin. And so she managed to hook him up. She got him a really nice discount on a staff of healing. And on theme with Perdita, it is dessert themed. So I don't know.
Lower it down just a titch. There we go. We got to see the cherry on top. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's got a fudge sundae on the top with a cherry on top. And then in the middle is a donut. And then right here, there's a pie.
I love that.
And that was drawn by you, yes, Dalton?
Yes, it was.
Very good work.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, you did manage to find a staff of healing, and it did get obtained at a discount. So good work there.
Was it Perdita or Petunia?
It was Petunia.
Did I say Perdita? My bad.
Like
it
it was.
Perdita is not at all a common name. At all.
It happens all the time with characters, right? And like it's just everybody slides into it. All right. What about you, Sapisto?
Well, after he saw that Zarias was painting a lie, he wandered, he meandered off, a little sad, a little upset, a little worse for wear, and did an ode to Tom on the other side of town, away from the concert. He needed some alone time.
And it got quite the attention, earned some good coin, so that went well.
For anybody who doesn't know who Tom was, that was the poor goat that we ended up having to execute at the end. That had very cute big doe eyes and just fell over and took it
and exploded into glitter.
It was very sad.
It was very sad.
What about you, Reiklin?
Reiklin spent the first day researching Osirian tombs and their traps. He was a little concerned about having not very much preparation for that, so he spent some time doing that, which has gained him a little bit of lore in specifically traps in Osirian tombs. And then he spent the rest of the time crafting some scrolls for some lead arcane schools to earn some money.
Very good. And you did some good. You got some lore in the traps, and you got some income for your scroll making. So,
yep,
very good. Just to catch us up here, I'm up to 8 villain points. Ooh. There's just
Yeah, I've been watching.
There's some sinister vibes going out here, but we do have a hero point for our guest. We've got a hero point for Zarias. We've got a hero point for Regina and a hero point for Reiklin. So thanks for all the shares, guys. Appreciate it very much. Okay, now we're going to be jumping into the session. I do want to mention for everybody here, just so they're aware, we're drawing near to the end of the season here. We have got, this is going to be actually the last normal session for the Goldbloods. There is going to be a combined session following the League of the Hunt's next session, and then we're going to be going to the finale with whichever guild wins. So this could very well be the last session for two of these Goldbloods, depending on how the winning and who they send to the combined session. So yeah, it's some bittersweet stuff. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the session. Now, you guys are heading to Osirian today in this session. So Osirian is actually quite close to Absalom. You guys are going to be taking a boat ride to this desert region here.
Your favorite, Reichland?
I mean,
you
there's
talking
probably
about the water, or are you talking about the desert?
The water.
Yeah. He's he spent some time on the water. Doesn't necessarily like it, but yes.
But hey,
It's not one of our jobs if we're not going over water for you, is it?
There was no water last time except for that nice little glade pool.
might be a safe bet in a desert, you know. Maybe there's a very deep oasis. We'll see. Now, before you guys left, Lady Shadara, who's currently kind of interim taking care of your guild since your guild leader was slain, she was able to bargain up your price on this job a little bit higher. So that's your guild support for this week. And you guys actually used your free guild support that you have earned over the season. You completed 3 kind of optional quests. So you actually rolled no guild support, but you used that to change it to a 5% increase on this job. So your employer's been bargained up a little bit. And aside from that, Shadara had nothing else more to really help with you. She kind of sent you on her way. She's been very busy taking care of the Alliance and your guild at the same time. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of fast forward to, oh my goodness, I'm blanking the name of my city. Sothis, which is the capital of Osirian. That's where you guys are going to be meeting your contact. You've been instructed to meet him just kind of at the gate of Sothis. And we're going to go ahead and just fast forward to where you guys are meeting up right there.
So this is the gate of the city?
This is the gate of the city. And here, let's get some ambiance art here. Let's get some music going. And it's to you guys.
Okay.
Oh, hello, friends. Are you the ones they sent?
Depends. Are you looking for somebody from the Goldbloods?
Yes, I am. Indeed. Is that you?
Aye. Your voice sounds familiar. The message that we received in the quaint little scroll that you made. That was quite interesting. Never thought to make one of those. Aye, that it did.
Yes, I designed many things, many magical things.
Well, it's very intriguing. I'll look forward to speaking with you a little bit about how you put things together. Now, I kind of missed your name. What was it again?
Oh, it's Ned Hara.
Ned Hara. Okay.
Yes. And
do you mind if we call you Ned?
Oh, please don't.
Okay, no Ned.
Yes. What were your names?
My name is Reichland. This here little plant here is Sapisto. This one
I hate it here.
It's a little dry, very hot. Probably need to get some water soon.
Oh, yes, I have water. Do you want some?
Yes, please.
He'll actually, I'll pull out my decanter of endless water and sprinkle some on Sapisto.
Oh.
Yes, is that better?
Thank you. So much better. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're so tiny.
Yes. I was born this way. Exactly this way. I have not changed at all.
Oh, that's amazing. And who are the rest of you?
I am Ned Hara.
No, I'm Ned Hara.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure. I was born that way.
Well then, so was I.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Ned Hara. I've never met another.
No, I'm Regina. What are you talking about?
Oh, Regina. Yes. Who else is here?
Hi, I'm Zarias. Nice to meet you. Today, Zarias, rather than his normal purple hue, has kind of taken on a desert sand scale look.
I have a very important question for Regina. Has your hair color been changed away from green?
Yes.
Okay.
It's vivid pink to match her dress this week.
Oh, very good.
Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to settle in, or how does this work?
Well, usually we get a little information about where we're going, maybe pick up some extra equipment if we need it, and then we set off. We're pretty straight to the point.
Oh,
Although we
perfect.
could pick up some drinks if you'd like to. We always love taking a little break.
Oh, yes, of course. But I sent everything in the scroll, all of the details. So should we pack up and get on the road?
Sounds good to me. What
Now,
about you, team?
it is bright and early in the morning, just so you are all aware of kind of your time frame here. You were instructed to show up quite early.
So is it a very lengthy ride out into the desert?
Well, I haven't been myself, but I have a map.
Oh, very good. Well, let's take a look at it then.
Here you go.
Regina grabs it, holds it upside down, and starts going the wrong direction.
Regina, the water is that direction.
Oh, you're right.
Now, as you guys look at this map, it's a pretty simple map. It's kind of lined in some very kind of ancient-looking runes. None that you really recognize, but it seems to clearly be the Sahara Wastes here, which is the desert you'll be traveling through. And it's just got some very simple landmarks leading to what appears to be, by the drawing, an oasis of sorts. So you'll first be heading across some kind of rubbly wastelands towards a couple of the mountains you can see off in the distance, which are kind of sparse. And then through those mountains, if you follow directly due east, you should be hitting an oasis. That's kind of the gist of it.
Okay.
And as you guys are looking at this map, you can just start to notice that it is very hot here. It's not a climate that I don't think any of you are quite used to. You can feel the sun beating down. It's very uncomfortable.
Okay. So Reiklin kind of comes from this area. He actually comes from further down south, but he spent some time here. Judging the map, what would his guesstimate be for how long this is going to be for traveling?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a survival or an applicable lore if you have one.
Okay. All right. You'll just go for a survival then. What did I get?
You got a 25.
25.
For your survival. Yeah, so you're estimating if this was to be on foot, this would probably be about a day and a half travel. If you could obtain some kind of mount, you'd probably get there in about 6 hours.
Okay. Definitely want to do this with mounts if we can.
Oh,
did
yes.
you?
There's a camel vendor.
Very well then. Let's go visit the camel vendor.
Oh yes, this way. I'll show you where he is. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you for coming. I can't tell you what this means to me and my family.
Happy
You're
to
very
help.
welcome.
Would you like some shade? Will that help you?
Yes, anything to be freed from this hellscape.
You can have my cloak.
I can.
You can wear it.
I will give that a shot. Thank
Here
you.
you go.
This
Come
is
to think-
definitely a far different climate than where I grew up. My family grew up next to a river, so this desert is something I'm not used to. But I'll adjust.
Yes.
Come to
A
think of
desert's
it,
like a river of sand.
Oh,
we
fair
probably
enough.
could use some winter garb, not winter garb, sorry. Some desert garb out here if we want to last a little better.
This reminds me of my ex-husband's personality. Dry and dead.
Which one?
I think he was number 49.
I see. Well, sad for that. But let's go speak to the camel vendor first, and then we'll look into some other supplies that we might need.
Whatever happened to all these husbands?
Oh, you know. They passed.
Now, I
Assisted
warn you.
pass?
They passed away.
All right, all right.
It happens.
Zuri's just barely is like, wait a minute, who am I traveling with? All right, yeah, you guys do indeed see a camel vendor kind of just off the entrance here. Not even inside the city. There's one kind of just on the outskirt gates that seems to be renting out camels.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Who's got some good negotiation skills here?
I've got a
diplomacy.
fairly high diplomacy.
I'm pretty high in diplomacy also.
So we'll have Zarias and Regina talk to the vendor.
What does the person look like?
So looks to be kind of a middle-aged Osirian gentleman with some graying hair. He's kind of frantically bargaining with somebody currently. Do any of you speak Osirian?
Oh yes, I definitely do.
Okay, yeah. So you can tell he's in a debate about a price for the camels. The gentleman that he's currently bargaining with seems outraged by the price. He's saying that they are the best camels to be found near these wastes, and he's giving him a steal.
Oh, he sounds really angry. Perhaps we should come back.
Oh, nonsense. Regina hobbles up on her cane. These are beautiful camels.
Okay, the gentleman he's been bargaining with is going to kind of look over you and kind of doing he's going to slap some coin into his hand, grab one of the reins of the camel and kind of take off.
Perception to see how much coin.
Yep. Go ahead and roll that.
I don't know what I rolled.
You rolled very good, a 35. So he it appeared to be about 50 coin, maybe more. It was quite a bit.
50 coin, and he's taking one camel.
Yes, one camel.
Oh dear.
How much for these camels, mate?
He's going to start talking to you in Osirian. Nedhar, you're going to recognize that he's speaking in an Osirian, saying, 50 coin for the camel.
Oh, he said 50 coin for the camel.
I see. Well,
Can we get some sort of group discount?
don't know about the rest of you, but I didn't bring very much with me on this one.
Well, I sure didn't bring that much.
Let me ask.
You don't
Can
speak the
we get
language.
Discount for more than one camel, please.
How many camels are you thinking?
We're
4
thinking
camels.
For 4 camels. I would give a discount for that.
He will give a discount if we buy 4 camels.
4 camels, 150 coin.
Oh,
He says 150.
that's a good discount. What do we have amongst us? I brought 10 gold.
What are you, hey? He's gonna kind of lift up the cloak and take a look at Sapisto. This some kind of pet?
No, this is one of our travel mates. Be careful. He's poisonous.
It needs a camel?
No, it'll be sharing with one of us. He will be sharing with one of us. Sorry about that, Sapisto.
How about this? We will make the plants sing like magic if you give us a bigger discount.
He kind of scowls a little bit. Roll diplomacy.
Also, we only need 3 camels if the little one will be riding one.
There's 5
I
of us.
count 5 of us.
I can summon my own mount.
Oh, okay.
I'll consider it. Show me what it can do.
Sapisto, did you have a little energy enough to give a performance?
Me.
Reiklin will
Oh,
hold the
let the sun
cloak
beat
over his
down
head.
upon my face. Stars to fill my dream. I'm a traveler of both time and space. To be where I have been.
Does he draw his instrument, I imagine?
For sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perform.
That was lovely.
Thank you. Where? Oh, I gotta get my sheet up here. Sapisto, the hit plant.
I see a 17 on the dice. I don't see a result on the...
I didn't roll yet.
That 17 was yours.
Oh, that was mine.
It
Okay,
was
never
yours.
mind.
29 performance. That is pretty neat.
Thank you.
3 camels, you say?
Yes.
How much coin do you have on you?
Allow us to confer amongst ourselves, please. And then Reiklin
I will
takes
stay here and continue to sing.
Yes, I like that. Thank you.
So how much did you bring, Zarias and Regina?
I was traveling pretty light. I only brought 2.
2?
Right.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Regina, how much did you bring?
5.
I see. So
And
we
a
have...
can of cat food.
Perhaps in exchange for the camels, we can offer him some kind of service.
I don't want to lose too much time here.
You're going into the Sahara Wastes?
That we are, yes.
No, you will die. I need some kind of collateral.
You need collateral?
Yes.
I see. One moment while we confer. So we
Do you
have
have
really...
water?
Me? Yes, I have some water.
Oh, I'm asking the camel guy because I'm staying there singing.
I pour a little water on top of your head. I will give you my tavern up in the north.
Give me a tavern for collateral on camels.
Why not?
I need paperwork. That sounds too good to be true.
She pulls out a blank handkerchief. No, I don't have it. It's up there.
Something else then.
One moment, please.
How much gold did you bring, Reichland?
He brought 10. So we have 17 thus far, which is a far cry lower than the amount that we probably need.
You should give him your staff. It looks valuable.
Yes, that is very odd. I would take the staff.
It is a very interesting staff, yes. We may actually be needing it out in the desert, though.
I'll marry you.
No, thank you. Please, though, come along. You're holding up the line. There's no line behind you guys when you look behind.
What line?
It's bad for business.
What business?
You're going to die anyways. Just give me something. It's not going to make any difference.
10 gold.
Tell you what, for the next 10 minutes, our little friend here could gather some more people into your area here, and that will give us some time to figure out what we need to use for collateral.
That could be the collateral. He could bring in business.
Sapisto, what about your ornithog?
I order the fog.
Yeah.
I suppose I could leave that as collateral.
What is a horn of fog?
I will show you. I will draw the horn of fog. First, I require just a drop of water to make it work. My lips are quite dry, you see.
Regine
Anyone
pours a
have
bit more
water?
on you.
He just stares
Thank
at you.
Okay. I will lift up my horn and I will take a deep breath. And I will summon the mist.
Hey, yes, that will do. You pay me the coin you have on you. Was it 17 you said?
We have 17 in coin.
17 for the rentals. And then you leave me that as collateral. You bring the camels back. You get your horn back.
Understood. It's a deal.
They must be back alive. You should clarify this.
This was the assumption and is the intent.
You would be amazed how many people try to bring me dead camels and get a refund.
I imagine the meat can at least sell for something, but yes, I can understand the plight you'd have.
Yeah. Very well. Give me the horn.
We'll do all we can to bring him back alive.
I will hand him my horn.
He looks at it very full of awe and excitement. Very good. The 3 camels, take them.
All right, so 17 gold paid. And a horn. Collateral. Okay. All right, next.
I have to grab some things before we leave. Do I have time?
We wanted to start out soon. How long will it take you?
Like maybe 10 minutes.
That's fine. Do you wish for us to come along with?
No, I will meet you at the gates.
Very well then, we'll meet you at the gate.
Thank you all. He will run and grab his stuff, and when he runs to the gate, he has like 4 briefcases and like an like hugging an armful of just scrolls. I'm ready. I'm here.
Very interesting. You decided to bring your entire library or just half of it?
I just always be prepared is what I've heard.
Oh, I do understand and abide by that myself. Okay, so let's load up the camels with your inventory.
Oh, yes, thank you. Stack everything on your camels. It's like an like crazy amount of stuff.
Okay.
The camels seem pretty well behaved. They're very just kind of emotionless, you know. They kind of just sit there chewing on what appears to be nothing, kind of spitting occasionally.
Reikland's more concerned about having to deal with the animals under duress, since he does not have a very good handle animal skill. Okay, so once we get it all loaded up, we nod and head out.
Oh, let me summon my mount first, okay?
Yes.
He'll pull out this spell book and look around. And then he's going to cast Phantom Steed. And when it casts, it actually is a giant seahorse. Oh!
Interesting.
Just kind of flops around on the sand a little bit.
I think you might have a problem there, mate.
Oh, I thought that was supposed to do something different. Well, could I ride with one of you?
Hop on. I'll take you with me.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what happened.
You may wish to dismiss the poor animal before it melts to death.
It's just
Okay.
like Tom.
Right, dismiss it. Okay.
Is it still
It
just
will be
flopping around there?
dismissed. Once we are out of sight, it will be dismissed.
All right, fine. Let's go. Okay, so
We'll snap its neck to take it out of its misery.
You what?
Nothing, Sapisto. Nothing.
Yeah, just when you go do that, make some kind of horrible, weird, like suppressed sound, and then dissipates into magical mist.
I have dismissed it.
yes, very well done.
Good job.
Okay. So logistics-wise, we have 3 camels, one of which, or probably 2 of which, are quite burdened with the baggage. So we'll probably put Sapisto and how big is Nedhara?
Oh, I am normal size.
Sorry, I'm speaking logistics.
Medium. He's medium.
Medium. Okay. Probably put Sapisto and Regina on one camel that does not have the baggage, and then actually let's put those on one of the ones that do have baggage, and then a soul rider on another one that has baggage, probably Nedhara, and then Zarias and Reikland will ride on the other.
This is a good point. I think we skipped over this. What does Nedhara look like?
Yeah, that's he wears he had a cloak, but not anymore. He's got a beard, like a white beard, and then like long blonde hair. Real weird. Big old nose.
Very good. What's his age appear to be? Like middle-aged, old?
Between 40 and 60.
Okay, and he is a human, yeah?
He is a human.
Okay, very good.
Okay. All right.
Okay, yeah, you guys have loaded up the camels.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we head out following the map.
I should mention he also has a khopesh on his hip, which is if you don't know, it's a like curved sword.
Okay.
Regina.
Yes.
if I start to make sounds and movements like that big seahorse, will you do me the honor of extinguishing me like you did the seahorse?
It won't
And
come to
Tom?
that.
But I am choking on the sun.
So Regina wants to go find a whole bunch of water and just like fill up a giant pot that she'll hold for Sepisto to sit in, filled with water for the ride.
Okay. How does Sepisto feel about that?
Give it to me.
Zarias is going to, before we get moving, cast Ray of Frost at the ground to form an icicle pillar about Sepisto size, and then hand it to Sepisto.
It like melts before it like even gets to him.
There she goes. There she goes again. Dripping through my fingers.
All right, so you guys are heading out into the wastes on these camels. Now, who's kind of leading with the map here? Who's following the map? Who's taking point? What's your exploration activities basically here?
Reiklin kind of, without words, gauges how much Nedhara is wanting to lead or follow, and either leads or follows depending on that.
Nedhara would love to lead.
Okay, so Nedhara has the map then, and Reiklin will ride alongside Nedhara and briefly check the map every so often.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can go ahead and make me a survival.
Yes.
I will also glance at the map just to make sure we're on course.
Okay, you can all make survival checks.
Okay, should we do one check and do some aid another?
If you're actively going to be helping him, then yes. If you're just going to be kind of confirming he's going the right way, it would be separate.
I'm just confirming. I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do any damn thing.
You're just going to sit in your pot of water.
I got a 2.
Mine was a 27.
Okay, and Reiklin got a 30. So Reiklin probably steers Nedhara on a couple of occasions.
Do you listen?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. This is my first map reading.
No worries. It's quite an adventure, eh?
Yes, I read about these in my grandfather's journal. I'm excited to go on one.
Is this your first adventure?
It is my first adventure, and it's one of great importance.
Welcome to the wilds.
So where are you from?
Back there, from Solus.
Ah, you've lived there most of your life?
Yes, I grew up there.
Ah, very good. So what do you think of the desert then? You've been out in it very much?
Yes, I love the desert. Like I said, it's like a river with sand.
Indeed.
Now, Nedhar, are you dressed appropriately for the desert?
Absolutely.
Okay. The rest of you, given that nobody mentioned having any kind of special clothing, I'm assuming you are not.
No.
No, we spent all of our money on camels.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are kind of guiding him the right way. Now, you can see that there's just kind of mountains kind of scattered throughout here. Not very large. Kind of like in this picture you can see here. You know, they're kind of smaller, almost hills. Based on the shape of them, there's two that are kind of close together you're supposed to go between. And you can kind of match from the drawing of the map and the pattern of these mountains. You can tell which ones you're supposed to be heading towards. So, you know, you guys, he kind of keeps veering off to the wrong mountains, but you guys kind of keep directing him back. But about 30 minutes in, it is so unbelievably hot. You guys are drenched in sweat, uncomfortable. It is awful. Nedhara, you need to make me a fortitude save.
Yeah, I'd love to. 18.
18. Okay, so I mean, even compared to where you're kind of used to living out in the open desert here, it is much worse, and you're feeling the heat pretty bad as well, even considering your clothing here. So everybody, is there anything you're gonna do to mitigate this? Or are you guys gonna just kind of continue on and push through it?
Reiklin is regretting not taking a particular spell for this little endeavor.
Does anybody have fire resistance as well? I should to get that out of the way.
Well, Reiklin has a couple of scrolls of resist energy at 4th level, but like that could do it. But that's extreme heat.
Yeah, I can cast resist energy, but I don't have any built-in energy resistance.
Yeah, it's endure elements is the spell I should have prepared.
I may have something for this.
Do ya?
Yes, let me get out my spell book. He'll pull out a spell book and look through it and kind of glance at all of you, and then start casting a spell. And he actually casts air bubble on Reiklin.
What does his air bubble look like?
Just like a shimmer in the air, like when you look at a bubble and the light passes through it. So it says that it just goes around their head and allows them to breathe normally. Yes, I think this will help.
I believe it probably lasts for like a second and then it pops because it goes away as soon as you go into an environment where you can breathe again.
So, you feel your air a little bit clearer for a second, but yeah, then it dissipates. You don't feel any better.
Oh,
I cast Ray of Frost every now and again so that it melts and covers me in water.
Okay. So as you're doing that, about 15 minutes in, you're getting pretty tired. So you would have to stop or become fatigued.
I take a break.
I cast Prestidigitation to make an umbrella. It's a crappy umbrella, but it's an umbrella.
Yeah, it gives you maybe the tiniest bit of shade, but it is still miserable.
Yeah, we're definitely not prepared well for this one. Let's see.
Maybe you should check his book, Reiklin, see if you can see anything good.
I suppose. Would you be willing, Netara, to let me take a glance at it?
absolutely not. But I do see something in here that says, for when feet get tired. We could try that.
What else do you have?
Something that says, if you fall, and for protection. So for protection, when your feet get tired and when you fall. Oh, and this one says, when the crew stinks.
Okay. Well,
Do you have more detail to these?
No, they just say that, and then they have an incantation. But I'm happy to try one.
People say I'm the senile one.
I also have my scrolls. He starts like flipping through. There's so many scrolls.
are these all magical scrolls?
I think so. Would you like me to try one?
Sure.
Do they have names on them or descriptions?
No. I got them all at the same time. They just have incantations. But I'm an expert wizard, and I can definitely cast one.
Well, you do seem quite astute at casting spells on the fly. Tell you what, see if you can read some of the runes and read for anything that mentions elements,
Okay.
especially heat.
Can I roll like an Arcana to see if I?
Yeah, you can.
anything?
Regina.
Yes.
So you got a 23. You're not seeing anything in particular that appears to fit what he's asking for.
No, I don't see that. I'm sorry.
All right then. Question about the excursion. Is there a timetable we're on?
Oh, we have until the 1st of the month.
Which is a good amount of time. It's not any kind of time pressure for you guys at the moment.
So one of the things that I have understood is that when traveling in the hot desert, traveling at night is actually probably more preferable given the heat. it can get cold, but this might be something we could try later tonight. What are your thoughts?
At this point, I think that's wise. Let's seek shelter.
I think that it'd be safer for us to double back and try and go out at a better time.
How will we see the tomb at night?
We have means of light.
Okay.
Oh,
yes.
I see what you're talking about. GM,
How far have we traveled already?
Yes.
like half an hour.
Oh yeah, you guys are probably about like 45 minutes in right now.
Yeah, let's turn back.
The other possibility is we could re-prepare spells for tomorrow, and I can certainly give us something much more suitable. It'll cost us some time, though.
We will have to rent camels again.
Let's just avoid him.
Yeah. We'll just take them to your house.
Oh, yes, you can meet my parents.
How old are you?
I'm between 40 and 60.
How old are your parents?
That's besides the point. I think we should head back, my friends. We'll try this again later. Maybe in the meantime, we can also attempt to get ourselves some better clothes.
Regina is just so confused by you. And that doesn't happen very often.
All right, so you guys are turning back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely not a good thing to continue out on.
Everybody's going to take 6 damage from the heat as you guys travel back.
Okay. That's non-lethal damage?
It is, yes.
Okay. 6 non-lethal. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you guys are getting back. You can see the city in view, as well as, you know, the camel vendor he's kind of right there at the front gate. Anything you guys are doing here?
So let's see. So it's just the one gate that we could approach. Is there another gate we could try to go to instead?
Nadhara, you would know that there's one kind of on the other side of the city.
Oh, we'd have to go all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, we try to avoid the camel vendor if we can. Does he look busy?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay.
He does not.
31.
He looks pretty just eye open for customers. He's quite a ways off in the distance right now.
Can we circle around and take the other entrance then?
Yeah, we have all day. As long as we try to get out of the heat soon.
Okay, so you guys are doing kind of a wide arc around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. He doesn't seem to take notice as you guys kind of circle around. There's other camels kind of traveling around. He doesn't seem like he's paying much attention. Yeah, you guys get to the other side of the city.
Okay. All right. We need to kill some time. Is there a watering hole or something like that we can hang out around that has some shade?
Yeah, there's plenty of places here that have comfort. This is kind of a pretty big, large, bustling city. The noticeable trait of this city is there's a kind of huge stone-looking building, as it appears to be at the center, that looks like a huge beetle.
Okay.
Well, we have to meet his parents.
Okay.
Is this town, would I know if this town is kind of like a tourist spot in the desert?
I mean, it's one of the few bustling cities in the desert, and yeah, people do visit here. Syrian's a pretty big, region. Dangerous, hot, but people do visit.
Zarias is going to stand by the fountain for a while and draw pictures of the bug statue and start yelling, "Come one, come all, get a souvenir of a Syrian." Trying to get some cash for some clothes.
Okay, so you're going to spend a little bit of downtime to earn income here?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I buy one of those?
Absolutely.
Oh, I would love a souvenir. How much are they?
10
It'll
gold.
be 10 gold.
Done.
Yes, 10 gold.
Do I pick that up now or later?
I can do it for you now.
Oh, lovely.
All right, so I draw him a picture.
Yeah. Make a craft check. How good is it? Yeah, it's a pretty good drawing.
This is beautiful. Thank you.
Tell
My
your friends.
pleasure.
Do you have friends?
Oh, yes. Lots of friends.
Tell them. And your parents. Have them come get a sketch. It
I
feels better
will.
by this fountain.
Yes, I will. He does.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your earn income, and we'll just assume that Nedhara assists, so you got a +1 to that.
Crafting check, yes.
Mm-hmm.
24.
24. Okay, yeah. So you earn, and are you going to be doing this all day?
We have all day to kill at the moment, right?
Pretty
So
much.
yeah, I'll spend several hours on this.
Okay. Yeah, you earn 7 gold pieces doing this.
Okay. I then go and seek out a clothing vendor to try and get us some special desert clothes.
Okay, with the money you just earned.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you've got 17 gold. So a nice set of clothes to help with the heat is going to be about 2 gold pieces each.
Okay. All right. I buy clothes for all of us.
Okay. Do you get some for Nedhara?
Do you have special desert clothes?
He does.
Yes.
Then no.
Okay. Okay, so that's 8 gold, so you've got 9 left from that.
Great.
I'll busk while he draws.
Are we
Okay.
outfitted with canteens or anything like that? We should probably do that too.
Reichland has a water flask, but maybe having an extra might be no, because he has a unlimited water supply, right?
Yes.
So that's a good thing.
That's true. I think I've got a canteen, so as long as he's got that, we'll be good.
All right, so we'll wait till evening when it starts to cool off, and then meet up again and decide what the plan is. So we estimate that this will take us about 6 hours. If we add another hour or 2 onto it for going out in the darkness, I'm thinking that we start out at about 4 a.m. And then by the time it's starting to get light out, we should be in the area vicinity to get to our destination. What are your thoughts on that?
That sounds great. It'll give me time for a nap.
Very good. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put me my bed over here, and let's rest up for a little bit.
Okay, so you guys are just going to kind of rest up until 4 a.m. then?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. All right, so Zarias kind of crafted the whole day. You said you're going to busk Sapisto? Yep, go ahead and make me a perform.
What does busk mean?
Here we street performing.
Oh, can I throw a stage up for him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regina
I'll-
offers to perform too.
Nedhara will plot his pocket stage and erect it like in the middle of the square.
Okay. Yeah. He just whips out this pocket stage, expands into a big full-size stage for you.
I've always wanted to use this.
That is quite an item to be carrying around with you.
Yes, you never know when you need a stage.
Always be prepared. Yes.
All the world's a stage, mate.
And then Regina, go ahead and make
30
yours as
perform.
well.
Okay.
And then while he's rolling that, oh, there we go. 39. Okay.
And I also want to, with this, it's going to use the impressive performance to dazzle as many as I can.
Okay. So yeah, between the two of you on the fancied stage, you get a pretty good crowd of people kind of crowding around there, cheering for the performance. You got kind of a huge crowd around the stage by the end of the day. You guys are going to earn a total of 12 more gold pieces for that.
Nice.
Nice.
Do they ever go back and meet your parents, Netara?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we got time after I'm done drawing and stuff.
Are your parents home?
You tell me.
I'll leave that up to you. Do your parents exist?
Oh, yes. They are home. Mom, Dad, these are my friends. They're going to help us get the scroll.
And what do your parents look like?
Like 2 skeletons in chairs.
They're old.
Okay.
Super old. The dad's got a beard. Mom's got short hair. They're just doing old person things.
Okay. Yeah. So, the father is gonna kind of stand up and kind of, very slowly kind of walk towards you guys and inspect you. I hope you picked some good ones. Is Regina here at this point?
Yes.
Is she coming with you? Do you need to rest here? Did they bring you along?
Oh, I'm the leader of the group. My name is Nedhara. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The parents kind of look at each other. We thought that name was so unique. I
I said the same thing.
I suppose we spread it around. The mother's going to kind of excitedly be walking up. I'm just so excited that you're all going to be taking my Nedhar on an adventure. Make sure you keep him safe.
We'll do our best.
Don't worry.
Is that somebody's
Regina.
familiar? Is that your familiar, Nedhara? Did you get a familiar?
No.
Yes.
Yes,
I
that
am.
is my familiar.
Oh, I see your
Here he
studying's been
was.
paying off.
Nedhara practicing magic out in the desert today, and I was just a passing leaf, and I thought to myself, blow and behold, the wind has brought me to such a magical door, and then I became a full plant, and I said, Nedhara, please take me upon into your service to be your familiar today.
And I said, I've always wanted a familiar. My mom and dad would be so proud of me.
Oh, we are. It's such a bright plant for the desert. It must be very mystical. We're very proud of you, son. Good work.
Thank you. Thank you. I've done good. And I won't let you down. We will get the scroll. I promise.
Yes, Nedhara, what is this scroll again? Remind me?
Oh, it's a scroll that my grandfather had, and we have to get it back by the 1st of the month.
Very important.
Oh, yes. Rent.
The wastes can be very dangerous, so I would advise you leave sooner than later.
All right, thank you.
Hmm.
Have you ever traveled out in the desert? What time do you usually like to leave?
Well, it depends on what you're geared up for. It's scorchingly hot in the day, freezingly cold at night.
Well, I did just get us some nice desert wear. What would you suggest with what we've got here?
A good fortitude to make it through the desert. It's not going to be comfortable no matter what you're wearing. Maybe have a shelter ready in case there's a sandstorm.
I brought my pocket stage.
That could do, maybe.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome to stay here till you're ready to leave.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very kind of you.
And they will be very kind hosts. They'll cook you some food. They will give you shelter until you're ready to leave.
I'm going to wander back out into the town and buy us a tent.
Okay? It'll be a gold piece for a small one, 3 gold pieces for a large one that could probably fit everybody.
I spend the 3 gold.
Okay?
What food do they
Reichland
make?
is silently chiding himself to always have some money on hand just in case the red carpet is not rolled out for the entire party to get there.
They make some spicy dish with some kind of like almost curry style rice and meat and some flatbread. It's delicious.
I
Like
think I
this?
had this during my 84th
Hey.
wedding.
That's pretty close.
It's curry with meat and rice.
Is it really?
It's curry with meat and rice.
Whoa, I read your mind, Alex.
There we go.
Yes.
All right, so downtime mode, skipping ahead. Was anybody actually full blown resting, changing spells out, anything like that, or are you guys just kind of waiting to a more
so
opportune
Reichland
time?
does rest as much as he can so that he can swap a couple of spells out.
Cool.
So,
What you
all of
swapping
his all of his second levels are going to be replaced with endure elements, and then 2 of his third levels will also be replaced with endure elements, elevated to 3rd level. So
Okay.
so he'll maintain heroism for 3rd level, but all the other 2s are now endure elements because, yeah, that probably should have been done beforehand.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head out. Nadhara's parents wish you well. And you guys head out the city. You can see the camel vendor is asleep at this point, just kind of sleeping by his stand. And you guys are heading out.
Okay. How cold is it?
It's very cold.
Okay.
It went from scorching hot to like it's the desert clothes can kind of wrap around you and help a little bit, but it's uncomfortably cold for sure.
Okay. Reichland will start the trip with casting the elevated 3rd level endure elements on Sapisto and probably Zarias, because they're the 2 that would suffer the most from cold conditions. The 3rd level protects from both heat and cold.
And how long does it last for?
Until my next preparations.
Oh, very good. Okay.
And then as it starts to warm up, he'll cast the other 3 on the other 3. No, those are not elevated, so he has to choose to either hot or cold.
Okay. Do you let that happen, Nadhara?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Reichland casts his magic over all of you, and it's still maybe a bit nippy out, but you guys are comfortable at this point between your desert clothes and the magic.
Magic for
Tyrion
3
is
of them,
great.
reminder, is only protecting against the heat for 3 of us.
Oh, only protecting against the heat for 3 of you. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, when it's a 2nd level spell, I have to choose one or the other, and he chose heat for the remaining 3, which are Reichland, Nedhara, and Regina. So the 3 of us are still pretty chilly.
Okay. So I need you 3 to go ahead and make me fortitude saves.
Okay.
$26.
31.
Okay. And Regina? Oh, that's your perform right there. I see.
Sorry,
none-
my computer's going slow.
No,
Is
you're okay.
non-lethal healed?
It is. Yeah, after you guys rest, it heals up. Okay. Yeah, with your fortitude saves, you guys are fine. So, with your magic, with your camel mounts, who are pretty obedient for the most part, they handle the terrain well. You guys go over some kind of rough, rocky terrain until you get to these mountains. And then once you reach the mountains, go ahead and I need somebody else to make me a survival, whoever's leading.
Okay.
Is that still Nedhara?
Probably.
All right.
I will also make a survival to make sure we're still going the right way.
I got a 2 again.
Okay. So we give some gentle nudges as poor Nedhara is
Nadhara's trying to lead you back around the mountain in like a
suffering
circle.
some bad rolls and direction. Okay, so Zarias got a 16, Reichland got a 29.
Yeah, Zarias doesn't really actually notice that Nadhara's going the wrong way, but Reichland does, and kind of puts him back on course. Okay, after you cross these mountains, the terrain kind of changes from rocky to some pretty loose sand, some big sand dunes around, but the camels are handling it just fine. And eventually you guys can see this oasis up ahead about 6 hours later.
Okay.
So about 8 o'clock when you guys are getting there, the sun's going to start coming up, and it's going to start getting hot again very quickly. So you guys are arriving about right on schedule, 10 o'clock. Sun is rising, and it's pretty scorching hot again out there. But with your guys' magic and clothes, you're fine. Okay, so yeah, up ahead, you guys see an oasis, and that's all you guys see around there. Nothing else.
Are there any notes on this map as to how we find this tomb?
Let me see. There are lots of notes. Look past the oasis, it says.
Look past the oasis?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Anything else?
Anywhere in particular? Or at a particular time?
So
At
Reichland,
sunrise.
which you guys have seen. You guys have seen the oasis at sunrise, and you don't appear to see anything.
It's pretty
Alright.
clear. It says that.
Look past the oasis at sunrise.
Yes.
I see. All right. Let's search
When was
around the area.
sunrise?
Regina asks to see, grabs the map. May I see that?
Oh, of course.
Does Regina see anything that he forgot to mention?
No, it appears to be correct. The marking of where this is supposed to be appears to be very close to the oasis, but it does indeed say look past the oasis at sunrise.
Regina looks past the oasis.
Okay, so you guys are searching around and everybody roll perceptions.
Reichland wants to focus searching around where the when the sun rises, where the shadows of the oasis would lie. So
Okay.
on the west side.
All right, I get a 20, non-natural.
33.
33.
Nice.
See, I am Ned Hara.
Reichland Reichland gets a 31.
All right, looks like we have some stars thrown out to give Ned Hara a blessing. So let's go ahead and roll
Nice.
that up. Okay, so Nedahara, you are blessed by Serenray for this session, which is a very good one. It means that you're going to gain fire resistance 10, and you can also cast a
Oh, nice.
heightened level 6 fireball for free once during this session.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I'm so scared now.
That's gonna be good.
What level is that I can cast?
A level 6 heightened fireball.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. It's 2d6 per level beyond third, I think, right?
Yes.
And you can flavor this however you want, some kind of divine intervention to send a fireball your way.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome and terrifying.
Thank you for
Given
the
our
stars,
track
Katie.
record thus far.
Thank you.
All right, so you guys are looking around kind of this oasis here. Now, Nedhara and Regina, let's go ahead and put you guys over to up here.
Oh,
I'm not
Regina.
really searching, I'm singing.
Okay.
oh.
Singing on
Nedhara,
a
do you
candle.
see that?
It's Regina, dear. You're Ned Hara.
And all the dunes the camels walk are blinding. And after all, you're my one and all.
Okay, so we've got 3 camels, correct? Is what you guys ended up purchasing here?
Yep,
Yes.
3
Yes.
Okay.
Renting, not purchasing.
Right, rented camels. Okay, let's get you guys 3 appropriate sized camels and let's assemble the party here. So we've got Regina,
Assemble.
we've got Zarias,
Those
we've
look
got
like antelope.
Sepisto, we've got Reiklin, and we have got Nedhara. Now, Nedhara, will you make sure that you have control over your token for me?
Sure do.
Lovely. Okay, so Nedhara and Regina are going to be kind of searching around here. A little glint of like metal in the sand is going to catch your eye around here.
Oh, there's metal in that sand.
Oh, yes. Good eye.
And what's our camel lineup here? Who's on what camels?
So Zarias and Reiklin are on one camel, and then Regina and Sepisto are on another, and then our host is on a camel by himself.
Okay. So, Reiklin, you're kind of looking over this way with Zarias. Nedhara and Regina, you guys kind of stumble upon this kind of at the same time. Sepisto, you're just chilling on the camel. And yeah, you see a glint of metal in the sand.
What do you think this is?
Well, it's not a tomb, so we should keep looking.
What do you
Let-
think what is?
Let's finish investigating.
What you find over there?
some glinting thing. It blinded me for a second.
Does the map specify how to open the tomb?
Nedhara, you should not look upward directly into the sun.
Regina uses Mage Hand to gently clear away the metal.
Okay. Yeah, so as you kind of clear some of the sand, which is very slowly with Mage Hand, kind of can brush it aside, you can see that it looks like there's some kind of metal emblem kind of buried in the sand with some stone around it.
Wait, this looks like the symbol on the map.
It does.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. Let's investigate closer.
No, don't touch it. My grandfather always said that the tomb was filled with traps. It might hurt you.
Then what do you suggest?
How long would it take to do that beginner spell you were using to brush stuff?
Regina's
Probably
still
too long.
just been brushing it off this whole time.
Yeah, it's a pretty slow process, but like as you're clearing it off, you can see that there's kind of a very large area here with kind of a gold symbol matching the map and a lot of kind of sandstone bricks underneath of it.
Zarias comes over and casts Mage Hand to help clear it off.
It's going so slow.
All right, let's get this down to business.
Reichland has prestidigitation, but that's going to be even slower.
There's trees here, right?
There is, yeah. So the oasis kind of looks like it is here. There's some palm trees around. There's a little pool of water that's quite shallow, and just a little bit of vegetation around. Other than that, it's sand. The sand around here is not super loose, so you're not currently on difficult terrain around here.
Regina goes up to a tree and kind of snaps off a few branches and leaves and makes a broom.
Sapisto, look over there. Do you see what's out in the distance? That right there is what we call... He's probably too late to distract Sapisto, though.
All right, so you brush it off.
So you're kind of brushing off with these leaves that you picked off, right?
I made a broom, yes.
A broom. Okay, yeah. So as you sweep it off, and as you kind of start clearing, it appears to almost be kind of like a square section of stone around here. In fact, I'll use my drawing tool here. Appears to be kind of like a square of stone right around here, and it appears to go down deeper.
Stone itself?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Reichland encourages to focus on one corner to see how far down it goes.
Okay. It's going down pretty deep. As you're focusing on a corner, like, you probably get like a foot or two down there. What are you digging with?
Well, Reichland does not have a shovel, if that's what you're asking.
Just kind of picking at it with your hands?
I have a shovel in my bag.
Oh, could we use that, please?
Yes, of course. Let me find what bag it is in. He'll go through all of his bags and pull out a shovel, a little like.
So, meanwhile, Reichland wants to study a little more closely the entirety of the surface of the stone that has been uncovered.
So, does it look like there's a
looking for-
particular like direction to this?
Yeah, so it looks to be like a square of stone with this kind of gold emblem on top. And as you're kind of clearing around it, it looks like it just goes deeper.
Reichland wants to look for any seams for there to be perhaps a door on the top of this surface.
Okay, so as you're digging around, as you kind of scoop the shovel down, it appears that there's an entrance on this side, like maybe this is a buried building of sorts.
Okay, so we need to excavate it.
All right, folks, stand back. I'm going to cast Wind Wall on the sand and start casting it so it builds downward and then outward away from the door.
Okay, so you're going to kind of surround this with wind kind of blowing it outwards?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and position yourselves here where you guys are kind of working on this, and then Zarias, you can kind of draw out your wind wall here.
Probably on the other side, right?
Yeah, and the entrance seems to be on the west side, over here.
So we probably want to stay away from the west because that's where all the sand's going to be blown, right?
Yeah.
Natara's gonna stay near Reichland.
So it goes here and then kind of down and then out. I don't know how to change the color, but out this way, away from
towards the west there.
Yeah.
We should move the camels out of the way before
Yep.
you do this also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably when we started digging, Reichland looked for a place to tie up the camels in some shade.
Put them up by the tree near the water. Let them drink.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are going to kind of put them over here.
Yeah.
I can take all the camels away.
Safisto, would you please also do a small perimeter check just to make sure nothing dangerous is out and about? We certainly don't want to lose one of these animals to, well, something else that lurks in this area.
I'm going to look at Reichland, and then I'm going to look over at Nedhara. Master, do you think this is a good idea?
Yes, absolutely.
Great.
Thank you, Sapisto.
You are welcome, Master. Okay.
You make a great familiar, Sapisto.
I used to tend them. They are all little plant idiots, but they are great fun. So I know exactly all about familiars. Okay.
I'd like to hear that story sometime.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you? I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'll tell you sometime.
And on that
I'm
note,
gonna take
Sapisto,
camels.
you've been given a hero point.
Ah, thank you.
Can
Yeah, I'll walk the camels around.
Okay.
Nedhara wants to whisper? Sorry.
Yes.
Nedhara wants to whisper to Reichland as Sapisto walks away. Did he become my familiar for real?
Sapisto loves to embrace every moment of his life, and sometimes that means there are going to be very different experiences that Sapisto just adapts to.
Is that yes?
The answer is no, my friend, but it's fun to pretend, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Well, okay.
Okay, so we've got Sapisto taking the camels back over here. We've got Nedhara whispering to Reichland. We've got Zarias kind of up here casting his wind wall. Where are you at, Regina?
I'm standing over here.
Okay, cool. So Zarias, you're casting this wind wall. It's very effective. The sand is kind of blowing, kind of like a snowblower type deal you got going on here, but with sand.
Exactly.
Making a big divot down into here, and you can see there is an entrance kind of clearing up here. But as you're doing this, you can see that some of the sand kind of starts churning around here. It almost seems to be some sort of mound moving from west to east over here. And you see one pop up over here as well.
Wait, mounds
Before you do that,
from inside of the, almost as if emanating from the entrance of this thing?
Not necessarily from inside the entrance, but maybe close to it.
Okay.
I'm going to sustain this thing and walk away and let people know that that's happening.
Okay. So, Pisto, you're oblivious with that perception of a nat 1, and you're just kind of walking the camels away.
excellent.
My friends, there's something coming up in the sand there. I'm not too happy about this.
All stations, everybody! Reichland pulls out his shield and readies his staff.
Anybody else do anything to get ready? They are kind of now, you can see the mounds moving towards you guys.
Where do I go?
Why don't you take cover behind that little mound over there?
Nedhara will stay there because he's hesitating. What about you, Regina?
I will pull out my cane
Okay.
and be ready.
And-
I'll ready in action that if anything dangerous comes in my range, I'll hit it.
Okay, and then Zarias is sustaining the spell. So we're going to go ahead. We are going to roll initiative. Here's your turn order. You guys can add yourselves after I put your tokens
Just be
up.
perception based.
This will be perception based.
I'm going to keep that 1, if you're all right with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, then that one, so we're going to put you at a -1 there. Get some more picked up music, shall we?
There we go.
Okay.
gonna sing to the camels.
So you guys can kind of see it right here where the wind is kind of kicking up the sand. You guys can almost swear you see some kind of like face in the sand, like a human looking face kind of coming towards you here.
Okay. So the sand is coalescing into a face.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and roll for these.
Uh-oh.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
It's a 36 for
on-
the bad guys.
A 19 on the die means it's probably going before all the rest of us.
Okay. So these are at a 36. Okay, so does everybody have their initiative added here? Looks like it. So we have got the enemies, followed by Zarias, followed by Reiklin, followed by Nethara, followed by Regina, followed by Sapisto. Okay, so these mounds kind of move towards you here. This one is going to move through Zarias, and as it does, Zarias, I need you to make me an athletics check.
Okay. Uh, 19.
Okay, so this
3 on the dice.
this mound kind of like churns around your feet as it goes under you, and you kind of get sucked down into like this vortex of sand, and only your head is sticking up now out of the sand.
Oof.
And as it does, this big creature that looks kind of like a person, like a large person made of sand, is going to rise out of the sand here, and then it is going to take a punch at Nethara. It's going to be a 41 versus Nethara's armor class.
Jeez.
That's definitely a crit.
Okay, that's going to be 62 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, gosh.
I did help. Familia, Sapisto.
Subtract 15 from that. Reiklin makes a motion and makes a reaction to take 15 of that damage. Protect your sacrifice.
Okay,
Focus point.
and then this will be the trapped in sand symbol. Okay, this mound is going to go over here, and it's going to try to drag Regina down. So Regina, I need you to make me an athletics check as well.
Okay.
Okay, Regina, you're able to stop yourself from getting sucked under here. But like your feet kind of get unstable, the sand kind of twirls around you, but you're able to kind of drag yourself and keep yourself above the sand. And then it's going to come over here, pop up and form behind you, and then take a punch at you.
Okay.
It's going to be a 28 versus your AC.
Well, dang, that hits exactly.
Okay, it's going to be 28 magical damage, bludgeoning.
Okay, I want to attack it because I had a ready action.
So readied actions don't actually work pre-initiative. If you beat their initiative, then you can kind of go first. But
Well, can I do an attack of opportunity then?
you can.
Because
It did move under you, yeah.
Okay. Come on. Oh, I guess it went 3 times.
We'll go with the
29.
top one.
Oh, wow.
Okay, a 29 is going to miss.
Okay.
Okay, so that's their turn. Zarias, you are buried in sand, which what this means for you is you currently can't move and you cannot use somatic components, which is notable for you.
How hard is it going to be to get loose so that I can do that?
It would have to be an athletics check.
All right. And that'll take an action.
Yep.
And if I do that, it gets me completely out of the sand.
Yeah, you'll be in rough terrain.
Okay. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
That's a nat 1 on the athletics check. So yeah, you are stuck. And that's going to give you a penalty to the next time you try.
Okay, I'm going to try again.
Okay.
It's thinking. 23.
Okay, and then with the penalty of the nat 1, it's a 21, and you are still stuck.
Can I get my arms loose with that roll?
No. It's kind of got like the sand is still kind of almost like churning around you, and it's got you like really stuck under there.
All right, I'm going to try one last time then, I guess.
Okay.
34.
34 gets it. You get out with that last action.
Okay,
Okay.
that's my whole turn.
Reiklin, it is you.
Okay. Reiklin is going to start moving in this direction like so, with his shield. I guess I have to raise the shield for an action, don't I?
Yep.
Okay, so he raises the shield and moves this direction.
Okay.
To see if it prompts an attack from either of these things.
Okay.
Nothing?
Sorry. What was your question again? You cut out there for me.
I'm sorry. So Reiklin will move this direction 10 feet, like so, to see if it prompts a reaction from any of these things.
It does not.
Okay. And then he yells at Nidhara, "Quick, follow me! Get out of the danger!" And then he will make his final move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the edge of the water over here.
Okay. And that's Reiklin?
Yep, that's Reiklin.
Nidhara.
I guess since I spent 3 actions getting out of the sand, the wall is gone.
True. Okay.
Oh, he didn't sustain it. Oh, dang it.
However, would the door still be uncovered? I mean, I blew the sand away.
Yeah, you've got like, it's probably like halfway uncovered to this door down there. Probably enough to where you could like maybe even like slide in.
Okay.
Okay, Nidhara, it's your turn.
Nidhara's going to scream, and cast that fireball.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
and
run.
Okay, and where's the fireball going to be landing?
Right to the north of the weird sand things.
Okay, so getting both of them and none of you.
That is the hope.
Okay. Yep, and so this will use your spell DC since you're a caster +2. So what's your DC?
Oh, yes. My DC is 24.
Okay, so that's your base, right? So that'll go up to a 26 here. So we'll start with the one on the left first. That's a nat 1, but I am going to use one of my many villain points on that.
Got a few of them.
I'm sorry, you cut out there. You said nat 1 is going to stay?
No.
You know what? Actually, I'm not going to do it on this one just because it's a divine intervention thing. So let's keep it. Let's keep it for the person donating the blessing there. So that's a nat 1 on that one there. And then we will go with a reflex save on the one on the right. There's going to be a 30 on that one. So this one will take half damage. This one will take double damage.
I don't actually know how much damage that is.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's check it out here.
6th level would be 12d6, I think.
That sounds correct. I will confirm. So Fireball does a base 6d6. It's a level 3 spell, and it's going to increase by 6. So yeah, 12d6.
So Toby, if you hover over the... Oh, you got it.
37.
Okay, so 37 is the roll. So this one right here is going to take 18, and this one right here is going to take 74. Did I calculate that right? Okay.
Sounds great to me.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
And then Nidhara is going to run, and as he's running, he's going to look at his hands and be like, "Oh, I've got to get more familiars."
Perfect.
Is this difficult terrain, this sand?
It is not unless you just recently dug yourself out, because they kind of loosen it up around you.
You've just moved four squares there.
Okay.
That's all I can move. 4 squares.
Only 4? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
I've got a lot of stuff.
Regina, you're up.
Question for you real quick, sorry. This says that I'm adept at moving through marshy terrain. I can ignore difficult terrain caused by flooding, swamps, or quicksand. Would this count as quicksand in this case?
It is not.
Okay.
It's not watery, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Chase, I actually have a question for you. So I've got that new ability that I want to use. Would it work in conjunction with my? Never mind. I answered my own question for this one.
All right.
Okay, so first I'm going to attack it, the one by me.
Okay.
$33.
Okay, so a 33 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. This is your club, correct? So bludgeoning?
Yeah. 23.
Okay. It was 23 damage?
Yes.
Okay, so you smack into this thing, which is kind of like a big thud, and like sand kind of explodes out everywhere. And it doesn't feel super effective, but it does make kind of like a grunting sound. And as your club goes into it, its torso kind of starts swirling with sand. It's going to use a reaction, and you need to make me an athletics check.
He's trying to take my cane? What a jerk. Okay. $31.
Okay, 31 will not do it. Your cane kind of gets ripped out of your hands and just kind of slowly drops to the ground right here.
Okay. Within 5 feet, so I can reach that still, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I grab it, and then I book it.
Okay. So 1 action strike, 1 to pick up your weapon, and 1 to stride.
That ruined me doing what I wanted, but okay.
Okay. Sapisto, you're up. Your master is calling.
What are the chances that I actually heard all of that?
After he started specifically calling your name, probably pretty high.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
We have somebody who just sent 200 stars to add more elements to the already harsh desert.
All right. Let's go ahead, and I actually have a deck here to shuffle for that. So you go and take your turn, Sapisto. I'll put it into effect after your turn.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you very much for the stars.
I'm so scared. Okay, so I will, when I hear my master call, I will stop what I was doing. I was trying to summon the tree dryad out of this tree. And I will look over. Do I see the mountains of sand?
Yeah, you do. They're quite large and noticeable.
Great. I'd like to roll a knowledge check to find out what those are.
Okay, recall knowledge will be an arcana. So what's your bonus to arcana?
It is 16.
16. All right, so you recognize these as sand golems. So, these are golems made of sand, and as is custom with most golems, they are immune to most types of magic, but they always are harmed greatly by one, affected normally by one, healed by one, and slowed by one. They're immune to most persistent effects like acid, bleed, death effects, diseased, doomed, drained, fatigued, healing magic, mental, necromancy, non-lethal, paralyzation, poison, sickness, and unconsciousness. That they usually resist most damage types except for adamantine and their specific magic. And with your roll, I will let you know.
Which felt like it was a nat 20.
Do you want to know what they are harmed by the most, what they're harmed by normally, what heals them, or what slows them?
Knowing what they're harmed by would be useful for me, so I'm not wasting spells.
I heard a voice from the ether, and it tells me to find out what they're harmed by the most. That's what Sapisto would want to know.
Okay, you did see that fire appeared to hurt them, but you do know that these ones are actually harmed the most by water.
Ah, okay. Well, in that case, Hmm.
Can I
I'm
shout
going-
at Sepisto while he's thinking?
Sure. I mean-
Sepisto, more of that
Yes?
fire stuff. More of that fire stuff.
Okay. That sounds great. That was you that did that?
I thought it was you.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I will get right back to it. I'm going to turn back to the tree, and I'm going to start knocking on it. And I will say, I beg your pardon, but there must be a naiad here, right? Please come out. I need your help.
And where are you knocking at? On the tree?
I'm not knocking on the tree.
Okay. There's no response.
I'm going to roll a diplomacy. And I'll
Okay.
say, I will make a trade for you.
Go and roll that diplomacy.
That's a 32 for the folks at home.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. Very nice. Yeah. No, there's no response.
Okay. That is going to be my turn.
Okay. So, Espisto's turn ends. The weather is kind of getting a little bit overcast here. There's some clouds that are kind of just moving over the sun, providing some very lovely shade. So the elements aren't going to be a problem for the heat anymore. And kind of right in tandem with that, we also have the winds are picking up here, kicking up flurries of sand. So this is going...
Nice.
This is going to minus perceptions. It is also going to give -2 to any sort of spell attack or ranged attack that happens from range. And for those at home, if anybody wants to add another story element, it will pick up the sandstorm from here on out.
Oh no!
Whoa.
All right. It is the enemy's turn here. So this one kind of snaps its head towards Regina. Both of them do, towards Regina and Reiklin here. And they are going to burrow under the ground, move up over here, and this one's going to move through Regina again and try to yank her under the sand right here. So go ahead and make me an athletics check, Regina.
All right. 19.
Okay, yeah, that is going to bury you under the sand, so just your head is sticking up.
Can I attack it before it pulls me under because of it went under me?
Yeah, so it would trigger the op attack after it already buried you, but yeah, I'll let you make it. It won't help your athletics at all, but you can go ahead and smack it.
Master, do you have any water balls?
24.
Okay, 24 is going to miss. So it buries you, and then it kind of pops up above you here. You are now flat-footed, by the way, and it's going to punch you.
There's water right there, Sepisto.
Well, can you make it into a ball of water? I am busy.
Let me get my scrolls. I can probably do this.
That's going to be a 40 against your AC, Regina.
I believe in
40?
you.
Okay. That will crit.
Okay, that's going to be 48 magical bludgeoning damage.
48? All right.
Okay, this one is going to burrow under the ground. It's going to double move through Reiklin here, and Reiklin, you need to make me an athletics check.
Of course I do.
It almost
Okay.
feels like it's tugging you away from the water here, like you're kind of heading towards there, and it looks like it's
Yep.
trying to not let you get there.
Well, there's a reason I was trying to go over there. All right, because I'm untrained in this, I have a bonus. Okay, and that is a 16.
Okay, yeah, it puts you under. And then it reforms and looms above you.
Okay.
Okay, Zarias, it's your turn.
Okay. So would cold spells count as water spells, or does that not count?
Cold spells are different.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to move up and punch it then, I think. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my key strike on this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make that. Now, what are your fists considered with this strike?
Good question.
Specifically, since you already know, can you make them count as adamantine?
I don't think I have anything that can do that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, 17 will miss.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So I've
And
moved, I attacked, I have one more action.
Move into the water.
I'm going to move on to this stone here.
okay, so you're going to kind of stand on top of where that building is at there?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that is Rice's turn. Reiklin, you're buried in the sand.
I am buried then?
You are buried.
Okay. All right then. So we're gonna make our first action to try and get out of this. This is gonna be fun.
Now, you're kind of near some moist sand here, being right by water, so it feels like it's going to be a little bit easier to get out, maybe.
I hope so. Hey, look, a 16.
No go.
All right. Second action to attempt to get out. 29.
Okay, a 29 next to the water will get you out.
Whew, okay. All right. For his last action, how deep is the water here?
It's not
Shallow?
very deep. It's like maybe like mid-shin deep. Maybe waist deep for Sapisto or however that converts.
So rough terrain to move through it, right?
No, actually it is not.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 5 right there. Oh, let's go 5 right there for his final move. And he's going to shout to Nidhara that, Nidhara, they seem to not want us to be in the water. Quick, take cover in the water. And you'll be done.
Okay.
Okay.
I first have to cast a water spell.
I tell you, you should have asked permission.
Okay.
I am trying to summon her out of her home.
Sapisto, what are you doing over there?
I promise you will thank me.
All right, Nidhara,
I
it's
mean,
your
you will
turn.
thank my master.
Nedhara reaches in to all of his scrolls and just pulls one out and casts it.
Okay.
And it is Grim Tendrils.
Oh,
Okay. Do you know what that does?
I'm pulling it up in this moment.
Sweet.
It's a 30-foot line, and it damages creatures that are in the line.
Okay.
So he'll
2d4
go ahead.
negative, right?
negative
Yeah.
energy and bleed, which we know is not going to affect these.
So he'll cast it at the one directly like southwest of him, and just shoot it there.
Okay. And that's a
30-foot line.
and is that a reflex save?
It's a fortitude.
Yeah, it is. What he said.
Fortitude. Okay. Gotcha.
At what level is this, by the way?
This is a level 1.
So it is just a level 1? Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be a 35 on the fortitude save, and your DC is a 24, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a crit success. What
Unaffected.
do the tendrils look like?
They're just these like strangely multicolored beams that like slither through the sand.
Okay, yeah, they just kind of go right through it and kind of slither through, and it seems unaffected.
All right. That's it for me.
Okay.
I cannot find my water scroll. Sapisto, come help me look.
I feel like you didn't really look yourself. You just sort of grabbed one.
Oh, okay. I'll look better.
Thank you. Do you need glasses?
Oh, maybe. Maybe
can
that's
talk
why I
about
summoned a
after.
seahorse.
Regina, it's your turn.
Regina just got a blessing.
Yeah, she did.
Blessing
thank you.
to Regina.
Oh, nice.
I am. Let's see who we have got this time. All right, so this time Regina is blessed by the deity Gorum. You are going to add 1 additional damage dice to a melee weapon of your choice and gain +2 to your melee attack rolls for the rest of the session.
That's a great blessing for
Nice.
you.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
perfect.
So +1 dice and +2 damage.
So +2 to the attack roll and add an additional damage dice. What weapon are you blessing?
Very nice. My
You do have
cane.
a slashing damage. Maybe try that one. Oh, it's up to you.
Well, I'll still do my cane.
Okay. That is
Okay.
the one that does a lot of damage already anyway. So
Yes. All right. Now, is this ground wet because I'm right by the water?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm going to try and get out.
Okay.
Okay. Let's... 28.
28 by the water will get you out as an action.
Fantastic.
So you get out, and as you get out, you can see that your weapon runes seem to have more of like a little bit of this reddish glow to them that they didn't have before.
Did I grab the wrong cane? Oh, dear. Okay. Then I go back here into the nice middle of the water.
Okay. And then you got 1 action left, correct?
Yes. Now, the breath weapon that I have is 2 actions, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will just do nothing.
Okay. That is Regina. It is Sapisto's turn.
Okay. So, all right. Are you ready, Master? Watch this. I'm going to go back to the plant or the tree, and I'm going to knock some more. And I'm going to cast Summon Fae at level 2.
Okay.
And I'm summoning the Naiad that lives here because I know she does.
All right, let's take a look here. How do you spell
Regina,
Naiad?
hold up your skirt.
NYAD, I believe.
Naiad.
N-A-I.
Okay.
There
Then
it
that
is.
would be why.
A Naiad or a Naiad queen?
Just Naiad.
Okay, and it's coming out of the tree here?
No, she's coming out of the pool of water where she lives.
Okay.
But the tree is where you knock.
Okay.
Naiads are aquatic, yes. I was wondering why Sapisto was knocking on the tree.
And where is she? Where's she gonna go? Let me see if I can
Well-
give you permission to this. Actually,
Okay.
controlled by Sapisto.
Ooh,
Can
get
you
to
move
see a
it now?
glimpse behind the curtain. All
Yes,
the
I can.
Close my
controls.
eyes.
So she's gonna come right here.
Okay.
And I will say, "Oh, there you are, just in time. Will you please help my friends and I with your unruly neighbors?" And she will say, "Of course, babe." Then she's gonna look over here at these 2 sand golems, and she'll say, "Shoo, shoo!" And she's gonna use her 2 actions to do Tidal Surge, which is 1 action.
Brilliant.
And when she's in her bonded water, she can do it at will.
Okay.
And it is 60 feet. You call forth a tremendous wave to move the target, either in a body of water or on the ground. The target must attempt a fortitude save. So it's just a fortitude save at DC of 17, but it's just going to soak them in water.
This one right here.
She's going to do it on both of them because she's got 2 turns.
Okay. So she's just making huge waves out of this little pool here.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
she's like, "Go away. Get out of here."
so the one on the top is going to be a fortitude of 36.
I mean, you're so big. Sure.
Is that what's her DC?
17.
17. Okay, and then the second one.
The level 2 critter.
Okay.
Yep.
So these things don't get moved, but as this water washes over them, it's going to do 5d10 to each.
Ooh, whoa.
So go ahead
You're watching.
and roll 5d10. Roll them separately, 1 for the top, then 1 for the bottom.
All right. This is for the top. 29 for the kids at home.
29 for the one on top.
for the one on the bottom. 29 for the kids at home.
Okay.
Nice, consistent.
Okay. So yeah, these things wash. The waves kind of wash over them, and they almost seem to kind of like fall apart and then kind of struggle to reform. Okay.
Excellent.
Very good. Keep it up.
All right. It is now the enemy's turn. So they're gonna kind of see the water over there. They kind of reform, make these angry faces in the sand, but they kind of hesitate before they go towards the water, and they're just gonna turn around this way. Okay, this one's gonna move up over to here, and it's going to start swirling the sands around. And I need. So you're on stones, Zariah. So Nedhara,
Yep.
you need to make a fortitude save.
You got it.
You can do it.
30.
A 30 is right on the money. So you're able to kind of keep your footing here, but it's kind of trying to tug you under a little bit, but it doesn't get you.
Sabisto, help!
Yeah. Oh, I'm here.
It's pulling me.
Okay, this one's going to come over here. So you are flat-footed now because you are flanked, Nedhara. This one's
Don't let it bust you around.
This one's gonna punch you with a 32.
That's a hit.
Okay, that's gonna be 24 magical bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Okay, and then this other one is going to punch you, Zarias.
Okay.
This rolls twice. Take the first one. Okay, that's gonna be 34 to hit you.
34 will hit.
Okay, and the damage will be 28 magical bludgeoning. And then this one's going to attack you at a -5, Nedhara. 24 versus your armor class.
That is a miss.
Okay, and that is their turn.
I was told not to let you boss me around, so no.
Zarias, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to do some really intense kata, and I'm going to summon a dragon.
Okay.
And I think I'm still just going to summon the fire drake.
Okay. I think I can make it work this time. Let's see, shall we?
$3 says a plant appears.
No, I tested it, guys. It's going to work.
It's going to be another one of these sand
If it's a
golems,
plant,
isn't
do
it?
we each get a hair point?
All right, where do you want this summoned at?
Let's put him down right next to Nedhara.
Okay, so right here or right
Yes.
here?
No, right on the other side. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Her screams. Ah!
I understand. That was my initial reaction. It is
That's
a
my
friend.
friend. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and Zarias, I'm putting this in your journal, and I am going to say that you can control it as well, and then I think you should be able to use its character sheet as like an auto roller, so.
Oh, great. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so that's all my actions. Does the Drake act this first turn?
It does not.
Okay, then I'm done.
At least I don't believe so. You can double check on that. We'll go to Reichland for the time being, but
Is it different than my summon spell?
maybe not. It's
All
what is
summon
it?
spells
Works
are
like
immediate.
summon animal, except I summon a dragon.
Summon dragon.
Because I think it's part of the summon is that it gets to act immediately after you.
Because it takes your whole turn.
Yeah.
And
Sting.
at low levels, when you summon something, it only lasts for like 1 or 2 turns.
You're probably correct here.
At least historically, that's how it's been. I don't know second edition.
Duration.
Well, Reichland's turn's going to be
We'll
pretty
say
straightforward.
we'll say yes for this time, and then if the Goldblood summons or the League summons something, they'll get a do-over too, and we'll just go for that for now.
Okay.
Do you know Toby? You're a DM.
Not in this session.
Okay, cool. We're just gonna go with yes, it can act.
Okay.
I would say yes.
It's going to do a draconic frenzy on that guy.
Okay.
in front of me.
Does he get the flat-footed bonus for being on the other side of it?
Yep,
Probably
he is
'cause,
flanking.
he's flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you think I can probably just use the roller here. Let's check this out.
Yeah, it should be in your journal, and then if you click on it, it should open up a thing, and then you can click on character sheet, and if you click on its attacks, it should auto-roll them, I believe.
Okay. Character sheet. All right. So he's going to start with the tail strike. Let's see if I can do this here.
Okay.
Ooh, call on me. I have the answer.
Okay.
Of?
Immediately when you finish casting the spell, the summoned creature uses its 2 actions for that turn.
There you go.
Brilliant. There you go. Okay,
Awesome.
so that is going to be a 31. That's going to hit.
Great. Okay. So it does 11 damage, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, it kind of pierces into the sand. It doesn't seem very effective, but it does hurt it a bit.
Okay. And then it does 2 fang strikes.
Okay, so this will be at -5 and then -10.
Yes. So fangs
That's going to miss.
and fang again.
That will miss.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Nedhar, you see this huge flame drake just appear next to you and start just freaking out on this sand creature.
Ah! Okay. Where do I go?
Toward the water, my friend!
I like how that's his repeated question. Where do I go? Okay, Reckland, it's your turn.
Are you talking?
Reichland, I think you're muted.
Oh, I thought he was looking at something. I thought he was just thinking
Sorry, I've
very
got
intently.
kids coming in to say goodnight, so I usually mute when that happens.
Yeah, no, you're okay.
Okay, so does Reichland need to make a medicine check to see how badly hurt Nidhara's hurt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So
you can
he's-
tell he's taking a beating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's going to make a medicine check just to see where he's at. 23.
23. Are you below 50% of your threshold, Nedhara?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, with a laugh is what you get.
Okay. All right. So Nidhara is starting to get what do you call it? Going crazy a little bit with pain. Reichland beckons to him, and then for his last 2 actions, readies a 2-action heal spell to put on him when he gets into range.
Okay. So that was a medicine check. 2 actions to ready the action. Nedhara, it's your turn.
Okay. Nidhara runs to the water.
Okay.
But it takes 2 actions to get into the water.
Okay.
And then the last action, he's going to pull a scroll out of his bag.
Okay.
And it's an acid arrow scroll.
Okay.
But we don't know that, right?
No, yeah, definitely not.
All right, Reichland, you can use your ready to action.
Okay, the ready to action. So you are going to heal for, let's see, just level 5. So 5d10 plus.
Whoa.
That's too many.
What is that?
70 hit points?
That's
D20.
D20s.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let's
A
try
very
that
high
again.
roll too.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Okay,
317.
5d10. Thank you. All right. There we go. So that's going to be 20 plus 8 times 5 is 40. So 60 hit points.
Nice.
And
I feel much better.
and until the end of your next turn, I guess technically this is the end of that turn, isn't it? Because he would have healed you when you got within range, which was at the edge of the water. So you feel yourself able to move an extra little bit of speed, and you can hit and deal damage a little bit. Because Reichland's awesome at healing now.
That
Okay,
feat's
that's
called
it.
heroic recovery, right?
It's called Heroic Recovery, which is
Very good.
kind of a silly name for it.
Okay.
I feel so heroic.
Regina, it's
That's
your turn.
because you are.
Okay. I move right here. And then I want to shoot my cone of cold breath at this one.
Okay.
So
Is it a 15-foot?
hold on, let me double
No,
check
I think
the
this one
range.
might be 20 because this is from the axe.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, your description actually did not say.
Did it not? It's 20.
Okay. So it needs to make a reflex save.
Okay. That's a 37.
Okay, so it does make it.
Okay, does it critically succeed? What's the
No.
DC on it? Okay,
Just succeeds.
so half damage.
Okay, so 2d6. Wrong.
That's a really good roll on a d20, though.
Oh, 12 damage.
Okay, so this cold burst kind of blows around it, and the sand kind of swirls around it, and it almost seems like revitalized by the cold.
Oh,
Awesome.
good to know.
Okay,
Isn't that? Does it take half damage, so it actually heals half damage? Because that would be half of 12, right? A 6.
Yeah.
yep, a 6.
Okay.
Okay, so that was Regina Sapisto.
Okay. My lady, if you would, again. She will continue to, shoo, get out of here. Go on, you big jerk. To both of them. So 5d10.
This was the best random solution for this encounter.
So what is it she's casting?
It's called Tidal Surge.
Ah,
And it doesn't do any damage, it just shoves them. But
Doesn't
because they're-
normally do damage.
Yeah. Top one, 34 damage.
Jeez. Okay.
And bottom one is 23 damage.
Okay. 23 damage to the bottom.
Okay.
For those of you who are able to see, we've done like 131 damage to that top one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And 84 to the bottom.
But I'm not metagaming, no.
I mean, you can count, right?
Yeah.
I'm just I'm making it a little easier.
Okay, so I'm gonna take 5 steps to get into the water, and I'm going to start a bardic performance. I'm going to do inspired defense,
Mhm.
and I'm going to sing it at my naiad lady friend. And I will always love you.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Inspired defense. You guys take less damage. Your AC is increased. It is the enemy's turn. This one's going to step up here. It is going to start swirling the sands around this dragon. Your dragon needs to make a fortitude save, Zarias. You should just be able to click fortitude on that same character sheet there.
oh yeah. Okay. Fortitude. There it is. 23.
Okay, so your dragon is going to be slowed 1. So 1 less action on its turn.
Okay.
And then it's going to punch the dragon. Its
Rude.
big sandy fist. It's going to be a 40.
Yeah, that'll hit. Let me see if that crits. Its AC is 22.
So that does crit. That's going to be 54 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
This one is going to just start trying to punch the crap out of Zarias. So first fist is a 44 nat 20.
Ow.
So we're going to draw from the critical hit deck. This is bludgeoning.
Can we spend hero points for you to re-roll those?
You
Nope.
cannot. Only to reroll your own.
What if I spend 3 of them?
If you spend 3 of them, I'll let you spend 3 to let me reroll it. I'll take that deal.
Done.
Okay.
Oh,
Done.
oh, the pain.
All right. Guest is dumping his hero points. I'm re-rolling this.
Look out! Duck!
This will be at a
he's
-2. That's a 33.
33 will still hit.
It was a nasty crit deck, so good job.
Yeah.
You would have been confused.
Oh.
Okay, so
Thank you, Toby.
You're taking 21 magical bludgeoning.
Come on, viewers, let's get some more hero points for our guest, Toby. He needs more to
Right.
do some cool stuff like that.
Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a -5 coming at you again, which is going to be a 36.
Still hits.
That's going to be 29 magical bludgeoning damage. And that's coming at you one more time at a -10. It's going to be a 25.
That does not hit.
I'm going to start using these villain points. I feel like I can do better. Rerolling.
On the third attack.
That's going to be a 32 with the
That
hero
will
point.
hit.
Okay. 26 magical bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
Okay. Zarias is unconscious and dying 1. Would you like to heroic recovery or go above this in initiative?
I will heroic recovery.
Okay. Okay, that's the
Already?
enemies. Zarias, you are up at 1 hit point, standing up. You didn't even actually fall down. These things just bludgeoned you, and just through sheer force of will and the viewers, you stay standing.
Ride your dragon to the water.
I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Okay. The
And
2
then-
actions, you have 2 left.
I'm going to use my final 2 actions and get into the water.
Okay, and then just let your dragon poof away.
Yep.
Okay, a poof. All right, Zarias makes a tactical retreat. It's Reikland's turn.
Okay. Reikland does a little dance, shakes his booty, and for 3 actions, so he pulls out some bone dust and flickers it into the wind, and it swirls around. And green tendrils emanate like a giant nova burst. The tendrils envelop and heal everybody within range. And he excludes the giant golem that's within that burst.
Cool.
So everybody gets to heal for 5d10.
Nice, big roll.
34. Wow, that was really
Wow.
good.
That was a good one. Now, do we secretly learn that Ned Har is undead and he dies, Toby?
Yeah. I was hoping this wouldn't happen so soon, but
Oh no!
no, he's
We're just kidding. Ned Har just shrivels
So
to
we heal
dust.
for how much?
34.
34.
His parents are his phylactery. He'll be fine.
All right,
Oh,
Ned Hara, you're up.
this might be the water. And he'll fire that scroll he pulled out, which was acid arrow.
Okay.
And I hope this does what I want it to. It definitely didn't. Let me roll.
With a negative because of the sandstorm, right?
Yep, with a -2. Yeah, so that acid arrow is going to miss. You fire.
Wait,
You cast. Oh,
I
sorry.
haven't rolled. That didn't roll. It didn't like add any of my stuff.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So this is with a -2.
Okay.
It's just taking a second to think. So 24.
Okay. A 24 is going to miss.
All right. This acid arrow just goes. The green arrow goes flying and gets blown away in the wind.
Yep. You can kind of see some sand melting from the air. And anything with your last action?
He'll pull out another scroll,
Okay.
but I won't look at what it is until.
Till it's time. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be more exciting. Random scroll spells.
Regina, you're up.
Okay. I am going to shoot magic missiles at the one near me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that damage up.
Actually, no. We know they're immune to most magic. I'm gonna just ready an action to attack it if it gets within range.
With the knowledge, let you know, force damage bypasses.
Okay.
Force
Well, then
damage
I'll-
is very, very rarely resisted.
Then I will do
Regina.
magic missiles.
Use your pussy.
Those
This is a wholesome stream.
To which Sepisto means the cats that are in the form of magic missiles.
You're right.
All right, what you got for this damage?
3 pink cats fly out for 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
3 pink.
Cats in purple tutus.
All right, and it's Sepisto's turn.
All right. Okay. All right. I've really had enough. You get out of my front yard right now. She is going to do it again. 5d10. I guess. Should you roll fort saves to see if they fall over?
Oh, yeah. I mean, why not? Maybe they will.
Top one. 29 damage.
Okay. Not going to fall over. The second
and
one
the bottom one.
got a 31. So 41 and a 31.
21. Or 20 on the bottom one.
Okay. I mean, how does it do it on this top one?
When she splashes it again, she'll go to the second one.
Okay. This one just kind of melts into the water, into sand.
Excellent.
All right.
Now, seriously, I'll do to you what I just did to your friend if you don't get out of here right now. Shoot. Sepisto's gonna walk up here, and I'm gonna do inspired defense again.
Okay.
And continue to maintain the beautiful naiad.
Okay.
That's my turn.
So this thing kind of turns towards you and makes an angry face in the sand, and it's gonna double move over to here, and it's going to take a punch at Zarias.
I picture Emotep every time.
Right, I picture the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
38 versus your AC, Zarias.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that's going to be...
one short of a crit.
Ooh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it? In that case, we're going to go with a villain point.
No.
never tell him that. Never.
Okay, and we'll go with... Hey, look, it was a nat 20 anyways.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That means we have to get the deck out.
Hitting the deck. Okay,
I'm
that's...
out of hero points to reroll this.
I don't have 3.
So this is going
Can
to
we
break
pull 'em
your
up?
leg. You're going to have a minus 15 foot speed until you are healed.
Ow.
And the damage on that one is going to be...
When you say healed, do you mean just regular healing?
Healed means actually resting healing. Like either topped off and
Oh,
resting for
shoot.
10 minutes or having treat wounds done.
Okay.
That's going to be 36 damage for the crit.
That is just enough to get me down.
Okay, so you're also dying 2.
Yep, because you were dropped to 0 from a crit.
Okay. And that puts you in initiative above this thing because it puts you down. And it's Reikland's turn.
Oh boy. Okay. Reikland sighs and dances another little jig. Now he's going to actually just use a 2 action and heal Zarias directly. So tendrils lower or descend upon him and heal his poor crippled form, and he will heal for 39. Wait, no, that's 59.
That sounds more like it. All right, and Zarias, you have been given a hero point as well. So
Yay!
Awesome. Thank you so much.
you are conscious. Your leg is still broken until you're fully healed, but you're at 39 hit points and a wounded 2.
Okay.
Okay, anything else for Reikland?
That's 2 actions. For 1 action, he will raise his shield. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Nidhara.
Right. Nahara, cast the scroll. It is Stinking Cloud. So
Yes.
that
Yes.
let me pull it up. So it says create a cloud of putrid mist in the area. The cloud functions as obscuring mist, except it sickens creatures that end their turn within the cloud.
Okay.
So
he'll just cast that. He's casting it at the creature, unsure of what it is. So a cloud of stinking mist just appears around it smells terrible around the golem.
Okay. Golem is unaffected.
And it's a 20-foot burst.
Okay.
And poison.
20-foot burst and poison. Okay. See if you center that on this. 1, 2. That's getting Zarias either way. So what does Zarias have to roll here?
Fortitude. It's a level 3.
Or is it just when they end their turn in it?
It just says in the area.
When they're in the area? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So this would count.
Go ahead and make me a fortitude save, Zarias.
Okay.
Zarias is getting beat up.
This is not a great session for me.
Well, hang on. It does say the cloud functions an obscuring mist, except it sickens creatures that end their turns within the cloud. That probably counts as this right now.
Yeah, so you're good for now, Zarias.
Okay.
Okay, last action, Edhara.
Sorry, my sound cut out. I had to get it back.
Oh,
Pull out
okay?
another scroll.
Okay.
Sapisto, I'm trying to find my water scroll. Give me just a minute.
Do you think it might be possible for you to just look at it before you cast it? Just look at it to see what it does first.
It only has these runes. I don't know what it does.
Oh, how about this? How about you focus really hard on moving the stinking cloud away from the pool?
Okay, I will try that.
I need your help to move the stinking cloud away from my friend with the broken leg.
Okay, I can do that.
You got this. Remember, your parents are proud of you.
Yes, they are. I will move it when I can.
Don't let this guy boss you around.
He'll just concentrate and wait till he can try to move it.
Okay, Regina, you're up.
That'll take a while.
Okay. I am going to rage.
Okay.
Just yell, run up, and whack this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, you do have +2 to your attack because of the
this
blessing,
is a 30.
which is gonna hit right on the money thanks to the
Awesome.
blessing.
Woo!
Okay, and then
Don't forget your extra damage dice.
yep. So that's going to be 40 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you rage, you run up to this thing. It smells horrible, but you just smack a huge cloud of sand out of this thing.
And then could I use my last action to kick water into its face?
So I think that's actually all your actions because you raged, you moved, you struck.
Oh, yeah.
So now go ahead and make me a fortitude save.
Okay.
And Sapisto, you're up.
Okay.
37.
My beautiful Lady of the Lake is going to do her 2 actions again on this one giant.
Okay. Let's see how you
There
can
we
roll
go.
on 10d10.
Turns out it's super effective.
Yeah, how do you do it? The first one just washes this thing away.
Awesome. She'll just say, "Now, what did I tell you, you big stone golem jerk face? You get out of here, Sandy." Okay, and then
The
she'll
sassiest
disperse it.
sand golem.
And then I'm gonna thank her profusely. Say, "My lady, you have come in handy. Thank you for recognizing the importance of my master, Nedhara, because without him, I could not have had the strength to summon you forth to aid me.
Yes.
Sure thing, Planty.
Fair lady, my life would be forfeit if it weren't for you. I think with everything I have.
You are so welcome, Boo, but your leg looks like it hurts bad.
Yeah. I wince really, really bad. This is not my best adventure.
But hey, you're not dead.
Small pleasures.
I like that. Meanwhile,
He's gonna
Sapisto's
give
like
Sapisto
focusing
a
to
big-
keep her into existence.
He's like, she's just gonna kiss him on the cheek and then disappear.
All right, and everybody, this is a good time to take our break. So combat has just ended. We are going to take a 10 to 15 minute break, and we will see you all soon. Be right back, chat. Okay, we are back. We are rested. We are broken? Something? I don't know. We're back. Thank you for being patient, everybody. And heroes, we just finished off a fight. And you guys are now just outside of that fight. The lovely Naiad has disappeared.
Ned Hara wants to walk up to Zarias, is that?
Yeah.
And say, "Oh, you both smell terrible." And cast negate aroma.
Oh.
Hey, you got that one right. Good job.
This says when the crew stinks. I think it applies. And
That I think
Hey.
was quite applicable. Very good.
Thanks, mate. That's fantastic. I was afraid I was going to have to smell like this the rest of the adventure.
Zariah says with a broken
So was
leg.
I. I mean, now let's get back to that leg, shall we?
He's trying to put on a brave face.
Okay, so do we treat this as a treat wounds or as a first aid?
So it's a treat wounds would fix it.
Okay.
Being healed
All right.
equates to either a 10-minute treat wounds or being topped off with hit points and resting for 10 minutes.
So let's. Reichland suggests that we take a 10-minute what is it called?
Refocus?
Refocus. Reichland could actually use a refocus to get another focus point, so he wonders if Sapisto would be willing to try this treat wounds to reset the leg.
Zariah, you've been given a hit point. Not a hit point, a
Hey,
hero
thank
point.
you.
Hero point's better than a single hit point.
Yeah, most definitely.
Sure, I can do that.
Okay.
Do you have healer's tools?
I do.
Cool.
The healing tools that we have in the party are all on Sapisto's bandolier.
Sapisto, are you trained or expert in medicine?
Sapisto stands there and studies the tools for just a few minutes.
How do
I
I
do
do this?
remember how to use these.
Remember,
I am-
Sapisto, flesh and blood, not plant.
I am trained.
Okay, so you're going for a DC 15 medicine.
That is all right. Hey, Nahara, would you like to help your familiar with a task?
oh, I may have a scroll for this. Would
No,
you
wait.
like me to?
No.
What about that spell that said when your feet are tired?
Well, have you ever heard of the phrase salt of the earth?
No.
We're going to try this the old-fashioned way, and I want
Oh.
you to help me.
I would love to.
Now, sit down like this
Okay.
and put your hands gently upon the lizard's head, like this.
Okay.
Now close your eyes and think very hard about not casting magic. We are doing this salt of the earth.
Oh, good. I was about to try the feet one.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to use assurance medicine.
Okay.
And
So that is
heal.
that's a 10 plus your proficiency, but not your ability modifier.
So it'll be plus 12.
Level plus 2.
So a 22 is going to be 2d8.
Can I roll my assist?
Oh yeah, go for it.
9.
You don't assist. You don't unassist on the bright side.
That is
Make
true.
sure he does not move, but be gentle.
Okay.
So, Zarias, you'll regain 2d8 hit points. You'll lose the wounded condition, and your broken leg will go away.
Have 4 hit points.
Yay.
I don't mean to alarm you, but you are very cold.
Oh, I'm a lizard folk. I'm naturally cold.
Oh, right. I knew that.
You did. I did not. I've learned something new today from my master.
Ah, yes. And I have learned something from my familiar.
It is a wonderful symbiotic relationship we have.
Yes.
You two are both great. Thanks for helping with my leg.
You're welcome.
Any chance I can get some heals?
Yes. Let's see. Let's take care of you and you and how you feeling, Nedhara?
Oh, I feel fine. I have a potion that I can give you.
No worries. I'll use my staff. I've been curious to see how this thing works. So he takes the staff, plants it in the ground, wiggles it a little bit, shifts it, and then it casts a level 2 heal directly on Zarias. Some sprinkles come off of the sundae on top and light up on his head and glow a very bright glow.
That was magically delicious.
That made me feel uncomfortable. I'm not sure if I want to do that again. Okay, and that'll be now. Is this considered his own heal? So
It is.
Okay, so it's 2d10 plus 16. I've also forgotten that I get an extra +2 to all my heals for this. So technically, I need to roll an extra, or it needs an extra 2. So
For sure.
Okay, so here we go. Plus 18 to this. So 20, 34?
You're rolling good on those d10s tonight.
I am.
Sometimes they look like 20s.
Yeah, sometimes you roll 70 somehow.
There was a moment, yes, where it looked like it was beyond the scope of what it should have been.
He's just that good.
Now, as you
Okay.
guys are patching up Zarias and as you guys are healing now, there's still kind of a gentle sandstorm out, so it's still kind of irritating.
Yep.
You can see that where these 2 golems collapsed, there is something shiny in the pile of sand that's left behind. Something shiny in each of them.
Hmm.
I
Ooh, I want to
investigate.
see.
Can I also use that refocus to gain a refocus or a focus point?
Let's see, you were being treated but not treating anybody else, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can refocus.
So
Excellent.
I can picture it. He's sitting there trying to meditate and gain his chi once again, and we're sitting there. Said it like this.
Occasionally I wince and then go back to my my
To
meditation.
your happy place, yes. Okay. All right. Reiklin is realizing that he probably should cast this spell now, so he's going to do it because, again, he's never tried this one before either. He focuses his staff, thinking maybe I'll try it using the staff a little bit, mostly just for the effect. He starts to glow like a bunch of donut shapes all around him. And he now has, what's that spell? The Vital Beacon up.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So he
While
looks
we're
like he's got these
healing-
little glowing donuts all over him.
So just so you guys know, you can use an interact action to touch Reiklin and heal.
I touch Reiklin.
The first time you do it, it will heal for a large number, then a lesser number, then a lesser number. I think you can do it like 4 times. I'll look it up.
4 times each.
No,
4 times total. So it's like a bunch of charges, right? And each charge successively is a smaller heal.
Okay.
But it is an action to do it. So, okay, so let's see. It restores 4d10, then 48, then 46, and then 44. So it's actually the dice themselves that reduce.
Nice. So 40-10, Zarias, roll it up.
Okay.
I'm going to investigate the shiny thing on the ground.
Add an additional 2 to this when some sprinkles leave the my staff to also heal you.
24 then.
So you see this, looks like it's this shaped little golden nodule stone thing in each of them.
Does it look like a puzzle to open it?
So when you pick it up, Sapisto, you're familiar with like kind of a magical field of things. You feel like you could invest this.
I'm gonna invest it.
Okay. When you do so, it starts floating above your head.
Oh, it's a stone.
Aeon stone.
You understand a new language.
What language?
Necrol.
I'm gonna pick up the other one and invest it.
And
Okay.
none of us even know what it does. So, what do you feel? Does it feel like you have more knowledge, or maybe you feel like you're stronger?
I'm gonna answer him in my newfound language.
Zarias, you don't understand that language, but you understand Terran. Sapisto's language sounds terrifying.
Oh, I also speak Terran. What do you say, Zarias?
Hello, my name is Zarias.
Wow.
Zarias sounds like
speak
he's got
my
like a
whole
grinding
language.
sound coming out of his chest. So does Sapisto in answer.
Reiklin does not speak Necrol, but he definitely recognizes it since that's where he came from, was the land of the dead. Well, you just spoke Necrol.
I asked.
Yeah, I only know most of the bad words.
Oh. Well then, I will not speak that language again, except when I curse you out.
Good,
then
then
you'll know what
I'll
I'm saying.
actually understand what you're saying, and it'll bring back some very fond memories. Okay, so how many? There were two of these?
2 of them. These are gold nodule Aeon stones, and they're worth 230 gold pieces each.
Cool.
Gold nodule Aeon stones. Cool.
All right.
2 of those.
With
One.
that, let's make our way into the dungeon, shall we?
One on Zarias.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm going to clamber up my master's body and sit upon his shoulder like a good familiar.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
Hello.
So
Well, thank you.
looking over the surface of this thing, is there like a sealed door?
Nope, it looks like it's open. It looks like it's dark inside, but you can kind of see some sunlight kind of moving into it.
Okay. Reiklin snaps some sparks, applies them to the top of his staff, so the cherry on top is now glowing. And this is 60 feet. Yeah, it's the heightened version of light.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so that light you can see, and there everything just kind of lights up. Now, are you kind of like peeking in the door from the entrance, or where you at?
yeah, peering through the doorway and taking a look at the entrance.
So what Zarias has kind of created is kind of like a little sand slide into this thing. It's still nice and buried, but you can kind of slide into the entrance there. So you can see shining your light in there. It looks quite small inside. When you kind of look around, you don't see any other entrances or exits. You see kind of a stone slab in the middle of this. And on that slab, there is a skeleton laying down, arms crossed, clutching a scroll of some sort. You can see some kind of nice looking beads around its neck, and you can see a golden ring on its finger.
Okay.
Nedhara sprints in.
Oh wait!
Wait, hold.
Grandfather!
He goes sliding in.
Remember the traps.
He tries to
I'm
stop.
gonna wrap my leafy hands around his face to just try and not fall off.
You try to stop, but you kind of slide in just in the entrance, and then you kind of freeze, Sapisto clutching your head.
Oh, it's my grandfather. That's the scroll. We must go get it.
Don't touch it.
Hold on. Remember all the warnings that you heard
Remember-
about the traps.
I brought my trap cans.
What did your father say?
Trap cans.
Yes.
What
He'll
are
open up-
trap cans?
He'll open up his bag and like these like cups, like these metal cups, are all chained together, and he shakes them and then throws them into the room. See, no
All
traps.
Nothing
Yes,
happens
well-
when he does that.
That may or may not prove that it is safe. I do have something that I brought along just for this occasion. Reiklin pulls out a sealed container. He cracks it just a little bit. That lets out waft some very rancid smells. He then pulls out a scroll, reads the scroll, and casts a purify food and drink on it, and then pulls out some ribs, which he kept since the last occasion 5 days or more than 5 days ago.
Nice.
And then he gobbles them down. These are the ribs that give +4 perception, right?
Yep.
And then there was something else.
And then you get to act first automatically in the next initiative you would like.
Okay, cool. So now his perception is with a +4, and he is going to carefully gaze upon this trap area door. Now he has. Do you want me to use a perception, lore, the newly acquired lore of Assyrian traps? What do you want me to use?
So you can do both. So the lore Osirian traps would be for disarming traps if you spotted them, or knowing what type might be likely in a building like this. Perception would be to actually look for the traps.
Okay, so let's do perception first. So I'll just add another 4 to this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I should have you roll it.
No, this one's for you actually. That one. Would you like to
No,
hear?
I think you should roll it.
Think I should roll? Okay, I'll roll it. What's your bonus?
+4.
A +4.
I got to see the die there, by the way.
+4 plus what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I have your sheet right here. I gotcha.
Yeah, he's I believe he's an 18.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
18 perception with +4 would be 22.
So peeking in here, you can see that there's the beads around his neck that appear to be magical. You can see the ring on his finger appears to be magical. There's a scroll. You're not really sure what it is. It's kind of face down and kind of rolled up in its clutches. You don't spot any traps around the area when you peer in there. But you do see this place is kind of filled with like little cobwebs and stuff hanging from the ceilings, and kind of stuffed behind some of the cobwebs in the back corner. You can see something wrapped up in like some kind of papyrus looking stuff and hanging there.
Does it look like a body?
Doesn't look like a trap. It looks like it could maybe be like the body of some kind of creature. So it doesn't look alive.
Okay. Now, you say it's wrapped up. Is it wrapped up in webs, or is it wrapped up in
some kind of papyrus-looking stuff? Also, kind of stuck up in the webs.
Okay. All right.
Well, can I do a detect magic while Reichland is eating his ribs and staring intensely at everything?
Yes. So you read magic coming off of the necklace. You read magic coming off of the thing up in the corner wrapped in papyrus, and you get magic coming off of the ring.
I would like to proceed to read aura on the creepy papyrus hanging thing.
Okay.
It takes 1 minute.
And what does that do again? Could you remind me?
You
Read aura.
focus
Yeah.
on the target object, opening your mind to perceive magical auras. When the casting is complete, you know whether that item is magical, and if it is, you learn the school of magic. So
Okay.
I guess I just get to know the school of it.
All right, let me tell you the school of that.
Sabisto, your orb around your head keeps hitting me in the face. Could you?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
Divination.
going to climb. Divination. I'm going to climb up very carefully on top of his head.
How
and
big is
sit
it?
like this.
It's pretty small. It's probably like fist-sized.
Does it? Well, crafting check maybe to see if he recognizes it as a talisman that he would recognize.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll let you roll that.
You want me to roll it?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So his crafting check, which is a master level with a +16, 31. Is it a mummified bat?
It is.
Ah, okay. So Reichland
Badada.
recognizes it and says, "Oh, it's a mummified bat. It's a talisman. You can affix it to a weapon, and it allows you to." I can't remember the full effect of it.
It
Sounds exciting.
when you activate the bat, the affixed weapon detects vibrations around you and guides your perception. You gain the benefits of the fighter blind fight class feat for a minute.
Oh, that's right. You can fight it without being able to see your opponent. It uses some kind of vibrations. I could
That's
affix
cool.
it. I could affix it to your cane for. It'll take me about 5 minutes if you want, Bloody Genia.
Well, that could be fun. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
With your perception being so high, Reckland, too, you also notice for the first time that Nedhara's weapon is very nice and has like some engraved runes on it.
That's a very nice coppice you have there, Nedhara.
Oh, yes, it's a family heirloom.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from my grandfather. We are trained as a family in the ancient style of the Kopesh.
Oh, the Kopesh. Gotcha. Sorry, I called it something else. I don't even remember.
That is okay.
Very well. So all of you are trained in the use of the Kopesh?
Yes, although me being an expert wizard, I don't use it.
Sure. I can't say that I use my fists very much myself. All right. Well, so these items here you said are magical, Sapisto? I don't see any traps here. I suppose we can try and take them.
Nedhara, I think you should embrace your destiny.
And grab the scroll?
Yep, I'm with you. Grab everything.
Everything? He does.
Okay.
And not carefully.
Not carefully?
No, but he does pay reverence to what may be his dead grandfather.
Okay. So he grabs the ring off the finger, the necklace off the neck, and the scroll.
Yeah.
Okay. And then pays a little bit of respect.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, you probably grab the finger off the skeleton if we're being real. You can put it back.
Yes.
I'll help you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll heal check it back on for you.
I can't believe I'm holding the scroll. We must get back.
I agree. Let's get out of here before something happens.
Yes, before you accidentally read it. I mean, before.
Yeah, we'd be happy to hold on to that stuff for you to keep it safe in the meantime.
Oh, I can't give you the scroll.
All right. Just be careful with that.
Yes, it is not magical. There are no runes on it, so it'll be okay.
Reiklin is paying closer attention to. You said it's a slab. It's at the bottom.
Kind of. Well, it's like a stone slab that the body's laying on.
Okay. Is it covered mostly in sand, or?
No, it's not. It seems pretty free of
read?
sand for the most part on this. It just looks kind of like just like a big kind of raised stone slab that the skeleton is laying on.
And that's it. It doesn't look like there's any other further tunnels or anything like that.
Looks like just a small little tomb.
Okay. Well, I must admit I was expecting a tomb a little bigger.
I'm going to do a perception too, just to see if there's like any like levers or hidden buttons, etc.
Sure.
28.
You don't see anything else.
Okay.
Looks like they pretty much covered it. Looks like a very simple tomb.
Okay.
The distrust in everybody's face right now.
We must hurry back. My family will be waiting.
Let's go hop on the camels and get out of here then.
Could you verify that scroll is the scroll that we were looking for?
Yes, it has the due date of 100 years ago on it.
Oh, very good. And
Wait.
I guess.
What?
Wait, everyone.
What?
We can't leave now. Right?
Why?
It's the middle of the day.
That's true. I suppose this is the heat of the day.
We do have clothing for it, but we could try.
And we still have the duration of the spell, which could at least mitigate it.
Right. I think we should probably try to get out of here while the spell is going then.
Let's take a look at the weather real quick.
It's windy.
It's it's still cloudy, so it's actually not feeling too terribly hot right now, but there is still kind of a gentle sandstorm happening.
What direction does it look like it's in?
The sandstorm?
Yes.
It looks like it's coming kind of from the from the direction you need to go. Is where it looks like it's brewing up from.
Oh no. Okay.
Which is the west. I know my directions.
Right, because we went east. Okay. Well, I don't feel very easy about going into that storm there, but
Fireballs to the wall. Let's do it.
sure. I like that expression. Let's do it. Okay, so we gather the camels and start packing up.
Who's leaving first? What's the order you guys are leaving in?
Probably the same
I'm
marching order.
I'm on Nadhara's head, so I
Okay,
leave when
never
he
mind.
leaves.
So Pisto is with Nadara,
And Nedhara's taken out first, yeah?
Oh,
and
yes.
And Reiklin will be astride just behind them.
So
and then
Sapisto, as Nedhara carries you out, as soon as you kind of climb the doorway out of here, you just feel stricken with grief that you did not pay respect to this corpse that was just looted.
Take me back. Take me back inside.
Oh, what is the matter?
I have to say goodbye.
Are we linked in emotion? You want to say bye to grandfather as well?
Yeah.
This is very strange
let's go.
behavior.
Let us go back.
well,
Okay.
honestly, what can we call strange with our little Sapisto, really?
I decide, seeing Sapisto acting that way, I go back and pay respects to the corpse.
I'm wasting valuable H2O doing this.
Grandfather, this is my familiar, Sapisto. Please,
Hello, grandfather.
not mean anything.
I only wanted what's best for your son.
Grandson.
Yeah.
So Zarias, you pay respect.
We all know the dead, and thank you for these things that you have given to us. I don't know why I'm switching into thou and these tonight.
You know it, just roll with it.
It must be the Terran in you.
That's it.
Trauma from that broken leg.
Ah, yes. I always go archaic when I break legs.
Okay. What's the rest of you doing?
Reiklin, watching the thing, steps over to the corpse as well, looks over him, also says some brief respects, and then a perception for. Is there a knowledge check that he can do for how the dead should be buried or left?
You would know that it's already pretty respectful the way it's left. Taking something from them without paying proper respects is pretty inconsiderate.
Okay. All right. So yeah, thank him for the gifts that the living will use, and may he rest continually in continued peace.
Okay. Y'all leaving?
I'm so sorry for the poor form.
Yes.
Regina leaving as well?
Yep, I'll follow up in the back.
Okay. Now when you cross, you also feel stricken with grief.
I never went in. I was
You never
staying
went
outside.
in. Right, okay.
Nope.
Sapisto, you're doomed 3.
Uh-oh.
I feel terrible.
So
Absolutely.
what this means is if Sapisto goes to 0, he's dead.
Ooh.
Whoa. Okay, that's not good.
It is okay. Have some water. And he'll put his decanter up.
Thank you.
Knowledge check on how to remove doomed.
Yep, that would be a occultism.
Occultism.
Do
you
I
wanna,
know?
You want to
that
roll
I'm
that for me?
doomed? Does anyone know I'm doomed?
I can roll that.
It could be an occultism over like your sudden shift in mood and your streak. But
17.
yeah, you're not sure.
So you want me to just roll it then?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
I'll tell you guys if we need secret checks.
28.
It sounds like a curse to you.
A curse.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
The way that he just all of a sudden got taken over emotion at the leaving of the door after a body had been looted without proper respects rings a bell for a curse.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. So Reiklin is going to try and cast Remove Curse using his feet channeled Sucker. He basically gets to use one of his healing slots instead to use this spell.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Calling a sucker.
go ahead and make a counteract check with a spell attack roll.
Okay. So the spell attack is going to be. Well, here's the spell attack roll, but where's the roll? It doesn't have one. Okay, this is just going to be with a 16. So let's add 16 to this.
Sure.
He's going to. Let's see. Can he guidance for this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he'll cast a guidance with one action and then cast the spell.
Okay.
So here we go. So this would be a plus 17.
Yeah, you break the curse.
So
That's a
30,
30,
34.
34.
Okay. Sapisto, how do you feel?
I feel like I've had a good cry.
Oh, well, good. Yes, sometimes we should honor the dead, definitely. Okay.
Always.
Well done on identifying that.
Sapisto helped. All right.
All right, so you guys are
let's-
loading up and taking off now?
Yep,
Mhm.
loading up,
Okay.
taking off.
So we're going to skip to downtime mode. Any specific, actually exploration mode as you guys are heading back. With the overcast and your magic and your clothes, you guys are feeling fine temperature-wise. Anything in particular you guys want to be doing in exploration mode? You do
So
see the
we're heading-
sandstorm coming up ahead. It looks pretty nasty.
Okay, we're headed towards the mountainous rock, which is in the direction of this, right?
Uh-huh.
As we're approaching the rock, or have we gotten there yet?
You haven't gotten there yet. It looks like the sandstorm is before the rock.
Okay, so we're gonna get hit by this thing before. The only shelter that Reichland can think of is that tomb that we just left.
I have my tent.
I have a stage.
Oh, that's right. We could set up a tent and a stage. Knowledge
A
check
stage
to know if
particularly
those
good?
are going to be sufficient.
That'd be a survival.
Survival.
Can we set up his stage like vertically?
Tip it over on its end.
I imagine
All right.
so. I don't know.
All right. Reichland's going to try a survival.
I'll do the same.
Reichland gets a 28.
18.
6.
28 would know that, yeah, that would probably be sufficient. It looks like a pretty nasty one, but they're not like super destructive. They're just very unpleasant to be in without any sort of protection or shelter.
All right. So, okay, yeah, we should probably set up a shelter. So we set up the stage, and then we set up the tent next to it, and try to drape some of the tarps over so that the camels can have some shelter as well.
Does Ned Hara set up his stage?
Yes, absolutely. It's not very well put together.
Awesome. All right, so you guys kind of set up this shelter, and you guys wait out this storm.
That's what we're going to try to do.
Okay, this thing's going to last for about an hour, at which
Okay.
point it will stop. Your shelter is sufficient. Probably pretty frightening, pretty loud, but you guys get through it here.
The whole time Nadhara just is staring at the scroll, just super happy.
Do you want to tell us more about what that is, Mike?
Oh, yes. My grandfather borrowed it from the local library, and we've been paying debts every month.
Oh, I
we
see.
did this for a library book?
We must return it. It's putting us out of home, and now we won't pay these debts.
How much is the library charging you for that?
50 gold a month
Ugh.
Ouch.
For how many years?
for 100 years.
That does not sound very convenient.
No, it was the luck of me that I found a secret room in our house and found my grandfather's journals that led me to you and to the tomb.
So what is this scroll about?
It is about tombs in Osirian and the history of them.
Now, was he buried in that tomb over there?
Oh, yes, that was my grandfather. He must have disappeared.
That's very meta.
Okay. So, okay. Well, I'm glad we could help.
Yes, I am too. We no longer will be in debt to the library. And someone else can borrow this scroll.
So exploration mode, Reichland wants to learn a little bit more about this character and how he, uses spells and how he got all these scrolls and stuff.
Yeah.
You want us to do that conversation-wise?
Yeah, you can just kind of tell him. I mean, what kind of information would he get if he was digging it?
Me tell him?
Yeah.
Oh, you would find out that he found a spell book on a dead pirate wizard. And then a bunch of scrolls like in this wizard's cache, and he's been learning how to cast them. And now he can't read them, but he has learned how to actually cast them.
I must say, with your limited resources, you've been doing pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
I would recommend learning how to read magical runes to recognize them.
Oh, yes, I am working on that. Unfortunately, I couldn't borrow any scrolls until this one is back as well. So now that I can get from the library again, I can learn about runes.
Indeed. That will be a good pursuit for you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
All right. So as the sandstorm settles down, it is still cloudy outside. There's still kind of some gentle sands blowing around, kind of like there was before. So there's still a negative to ranged attacks and whatnot, but not too bad. Now, as you guys exit your tent, I imagine, does this setup look okay? You guys kind of got your camels kind of tied up, I imagine, near your tent.
Yeah. Typically.
They are used to the sandstorms. They handle it just fine.
Curious, how big is the stage?
Oh, yeah, the stage. We're just going to say there's a very large upright stage right here they're tied to.
Just a 2x2?
It's 20 feet by something, but it's like 20 feet by.
Okay, so there's a big stage right here.
Is it like one of those magical structures then you have?
It's 20 feet by 15 feet. Yeah, it's just a magic structure.
Okay. I must admit that's what I pictured initially when you mentioned it.
Yeah. It also has like all costumes for a theater show. Like it has like everything you would need to put on a performance.
That is cool.
I am so excited about this.
Where did you get this wonderful stage?
Oh, it was a gift from my parents.
Really?
Yes.
Do you use it much?
Well, when I was a kid, I didn't have many friends, so all of these set pieces were my friends, and I used it all the time.
Oh, some very sentimental value.
Yes.
So what plays have you put on?
Oh, so many. Would you like to see one?
Absolutely. We have some
Yes.
time, right?
Perhaps after we get back.
When we get back, I will show you how the ancient pharaoh kings took over Osirian.
That will be excellent.
I have always wanted to see that work of art.
That sounds lovely.
Wonderful. We'll do it immediately. Let's get going.
Yes.
Okay, let's get packed up then.
Now, as you guys are packing up and discussing, you notice something kind of odd as you're packing up. There are two very large, like boulder-sized rocks that were not here before when the sandstorm hit. They're
That's
very
funny.
they're very like perfectly round.
Perception check.
Real quick, Regina got a hero point. Just so everyone knows.
I got that. Yes, I did add it. I forgot to call it out, but Regina, you've been given a hero point.
And since it has been an hour, Reiklin will use a bonus for the perception. Now, does he still have the other bonus from the ribs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
For the entire day.
So +5 to an 18 is 23. Did you want to roll that secretly?
Yeah, I will roll that one secretly. 23.
Yep.
So yeah, when you look at, you almost think like you can see the boulders moving slightly, like very gently from side to side.
They seem to be moving gently side to side.
What does
They are also very round.
That's not natural.
Very round, yes. Would Reiklin recognize anything from these?
Do you have nature?
He can roll any untrained.
I have knowledge nature. I will roll that.
Soraya, what's your bonus?
It's 13.
Reiklin will try and
that.
aid if he can. He gets a +4 to aid.
Nethara has an 11 as well.
Aiding or looking for yourself?
Aiding
Looking for my-
Zarias.
Nethara's looking for himself.
Okay, so Zarias, Reiklin, you guys aren't sure. Nedhara, you realize when you look closer at that, those look like some sort of very large insect eyes.
Oh, those are eyes. We must back up very slowly. Don't make a sound.
But so did we already pack up the tent and the stage at this point?
Stage hasn't been packed up. Tent. Well, we'll say pack up the stage and the tent. Sure.
Okay. Okay.
What do you
Uh,
mean those are eyes?
Like eyes, like
Like
you,
an eyeball?
like yes, like insect eyes. We
Insect
back.
eyes.
Why are we still talking? Back up.
very slowly, backing up.
Yep.
So as you guys are backing up and as you move, you can see like a little tiny like black pupil kind of flip towards you guys and look at you.
Uh-oh.
Nedhara freezes and holds completely still.
Sapisto
I
will also
follow
freeze on
his
top
example.
of Nedhara's head.
Don't move. It can't see you if you don't move.
How certain are you of that?
I am as certain as the sun.
All right, then.
How long are you guys gonna hold still for?
Rising. from the east.
At least 2 minutes if nothing seems to happen in response.
So about 30 seconds into holding still, you're gonna see a head start slowly descending from the sand.
Descending? What?
Ascending.
Oh,
Okay.
And as it's raising up and the sand kind of falls off of it, it almost looks like it's in the shape of a huge mantis.
Shoot. Okay.
Scary.
Reiklin is going to cast Spiritual Guardian for 2 actions to make a glowing humanoid guardian, and it's going to stand. Actually, I don't think it's 2 actions. It might be 3. I'll have to double check that.
Question for you. Can I roll? I know I've been pulling scrolls randomly. Can I roll an Arcana to try to grab a specific scroll?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, I want to try to grab Invisibility Sphere.
Okay.
So I don't know what check. I'll just roll.
Yeah,
Arcana,
go ahead.
is that?
Yeah, Arcana I think would be good. Go ahead and roll an Arcana. I got a DC in mind for you.
33.
Oh yeah, you get it.
Can I cast that? Are we in combat? Can I?
Yeah, no, you can cast that. So
I have just the thing. Let me get it.
Oh, wait. On my signal, are you ready?
I am ready.
You will know. Okay. I am going to
where
cast.
is everybody right now? Go ahead and position yourselves.
I'm right where
I'm on
I'm-
Nedhara's head.
Right where I am.
Reiklin probably stopped right here before getting to the camel, and he's cast a Spiritual Guardian, and he's placing it 10 feet in front of them.
Okay. And you cast Invisibility Sphere?
I am waiting for the go-ahead.
Okay, so
Yes.
so Reiklin's Spiritual Guardian finishes first, yeah?
Right, it's just 2 actions.
Okay. So this is what happens. Let's go ahead and there's a Spiritual Guardian. Right here?
Yeah, about there.
Okay.
What if I
So-
throw out a dragon and distract this thing?
Before that thought finishes, as this Spiritual Guardian appears, this thing is going to violently leap out at the sand at this thing.
Ah!
Oh,
And we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
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 That was the signal.
Let me get a turn order added.
Sure
I gotta-
enough, as soon as somebody made a quick movement. Is this a perception initiative?
Perception, yep.
I get to be first, don't I? Because of the ribs?
Yes, you do get to be automatically first if you would like.
I do.
2 natural 20s.
Wow, yeah.
Whoa! Okay, so Reiklin automatically goes first. Who else got a nat 20?
Sapisto.
I'll just put this at like, 60?
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Oh, there you go.
999.
999. That's
Pisto
a good number.
998. Everybody else go ahead and add theirs to it. I'm going to add this to combat. And we're actually going to put this one actually just at the top and having already gone since it just kind of acted.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because this is in reaction to it.
right. So yeah, this thing leaps out, and it's just like an explosion of sand, and it just kind of tries to like grab this thing, and it just kind of big old mandibles just kind of go through it, and it looks very confused.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Reiklin, you're up first.
Okay, so
No, did Reiklin hear my suggestion?
he heard. Let's see. Probably not, actually. he's a little too focused on this. So he's going to, for one action, he's going to sustain the Guardian to keep it up. I'm just trying to read the rules on it. It doesn't look like it takes damage.
It does not, yeah.
It does occupy space, and it can give us flanking bonus. So the Guardian is going to blink over with a little bit of movement to show where it's going. It's going to swiftly swap over to that spot right there. Can you see it?
Yes.
So it'll swap over to there, and then it's going to make an attack on it. And that will be my magic ability, which I think we established was a 16. Let me just double check. Yep, 16. So making an attack with a 16. That'll be a 14 plus 16, 20, 30 to hit.
A 30 is going to miss.
Okay.
So this thing goes to like hit, and this thing is massive. Like this is bigger than anything you've encountered so far. This thing is like building sized. And your Guardian kind of tries to hit it, and it's like its arms and pincers just kind of back up.
Okay. All right. And then for another 2 actions, he is going to cast. He has a level 4 elevated spiritual weapon. So 2 of these things.
Okay.
And this is going to materialize on the square right here that I'm marking.
Okay, let me get the weapon here. And where did you want it? Right there?
Right there.
Okay.
So the idea is he's using these less in trying to deal damage and more to turn its gaze elsewhere.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So just trying to use these as like almost like flicking things for it to go after. And
then go ahead and make your strike with that.
Okay. This is going to be an attack with a -5. So here we go. So we'll just add.
Oh, did they get a stacking penalty?
Yeah, they add to my stacking penalty.
Interesting.
That's why I don't really care about them actually hitting. That'll be a 4 plus an 11.
Yeah.
So 15.
Okay.
And that's it for Reiklin.
Nedhara.
Oh, I read the spell and cast Invisibility Sphere, which is a 10-foot emanation from me. So does that include the camels?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because we're on them.
I don't think you guys are actually on the camels yet. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a 10-foot emanation, and it lasts for 10 minutes. As long as the creatures stay inside the sphere, they're invisible.
Okay.
Nice.
So currently you've got everything.
If they do a hostile action, it also ends the spell.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, I've got this.
Sustaining these things and making them attack is probably a hostile action, right?
Nope.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Anything else for Natara?
No.
Okay.
That's worked.
So yeah, you can see all of you kind of disappear. Everybody
Trying to
vanishes.
shush visually to people who I don't see.
We can see each other. You can see people in the sphere.
Yeah.
Just people outside the sphere.
Yep.
That helps. Otherwise, I can picture a lot of us bumping into each other.
Yep. So it gets all the camels. So there's the mantis over there dealing with a spiritual guardian and a weapon.
Okay.
So Pisto, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to cast a level 5 summon monster because I made it my summon Fae. I mean,
Okay.
it's my signature spell.
Nice.
And I'm going to summon a satyr, Mr. Tumnus.
Okay, a satyr.
And I would like to summon him. I think I can summon him within 60 feet to a point I can see. So can I do it like over here?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you control of it. There you go.
Excellent. And Mr. Tumnus is going to seduce Lucy. Now, a satyr has an action. It says it's 3 actions to like 3 actions to do. So I don't know how this works, but it's play the pipes. It's auditory and primal. He has to be holding his instrument, and basically he just plays a melody on his instrument to cast Charm, Fear, Sleep, or Suggestion without expending the spell slot. It targets all creatures in a 60-foot emanation instead of its usual targets, which means I don't want to do that. He's going to move first and then cast. He's just going to make some noise. He's going to cast Suggestion on the mantis.
Okay, so you're going to summon him there and then cast Suggestion?
Summon him there, and
Isn't
then on his
summoning
turn
range
right after me.
30 feet?
I don't know. I need a rules check on that. I thought it was somewhere I could see.
Summon Fae, right?
Summon
face.
Fae. It is a 30-foot.
Yeah.
Okay, so move
Sorry.
him right 30 feet within the...
Within you. Within your range.
Which is there-ish. There.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think the closest you could get him would be here. Yeah, or underneath the mantis here.
I'll do it like on this side.
Okay, yep.
Okay. Okay, his speed is 35 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he's gonna just start making noise on his pipes.
Okay. All right, Regina.
I'm gonna hold for right now.
Okay. Zarias.
I'm going to summon a dragon right next to it.
We're using all of our summons.
What is this, Pokemon?
Yes, it is.
Is this a Flame Drake?
Yep, so I think I can drag this guy out here.
Let's see, do you still have control of this, I wonder? No, I can give it to you again, though.
There are
I
2
have this
flame
guy right
drakes
here.
now.
You dragged it.
I have a friend.
I brought it with us. Good.
No, it was in my journal, so I could pull it out.
Oh, hey, nice.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So yes, right there. So that's all my actions. And then it's going to attack this thing with a fireball.
Okay.
Or I guess I could, it has 2 actions. It's going to tag this thing with a tail attack and then fly away in the direction of Tumnus.
Awesome. Now I should explain. This mantis is not bright green. It is deserty colors.
Okay.
This is the miniature I have, so. Okay, go ahead and make those attacks.
Okay. So tail is going to be a 26.
Okay, 26 is going to miss.
It misses the giant mantis. Okay.
It probably bites into it, but it's probably like so plated with its chitin and whatnot, it just doesn't phase it.
Sure. And then it's going to fly off in this direction.
Okay. All right. Regina, would you like to go or let the mantis go?
I'll let the mantis go.
Okay. So that dragon kind of nips at it and then flies away, and the mantis's head just shoots in the direction of that dragon, and it is going to go flying through the air, leaping at this dragon. Like, it leaps, leaving this huge dust cloud of sand. And it is going to... That's going to be a 40 versus the dragon.
Yep, that'll crit.
Okay, so it is going to do 58 piercing damage.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
And it's going
So glad this is not attacking us right now.
continue with it a little ways. And it just snatches it out of the air, and it's got the dragon grabbed.
Okay.
How many actions is that? Oh, cool. And then it's gonna nom on it with its mandibles.
We should get on the camels.
Yes, we should.
32 versus the dragon.
That'll hit.
24 damage.
Like the dragon disappears in a puff of smoke.
Okay. Yeah, this thing just violently snatches it out of the air and just like consumes it until it just dissipates into magical energy.
Yeah, I want to take my turn.
Okay. Regina.
I want to. I put up a finger to Sepisto and I grab Sepisto and then hop on our camel.
Excuse me.
Shh, no,
That is my familiar.
I'll keep it safe.
Okay. All right, Reiklin.
Okay, Raikkonen will sustain both spells, so they'll make some attack rolls against it. Let's blink them to the opposite corner right here for the weapon.
Okay.
And then the Guardian, let's blink it to the opposite lower corner right here on that side.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is with a plus 16 for the first.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 27 for the first attack.
Misses.
Okay. And then the next one with a -5, so just an 11 plus this. 30.
30 hit, misses.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, and then for an action, he will get onto this camel right here, and he'd be ready to get out of here.
Okay, Nadhara.
Nadhara will get on his camel. And
Yep. Is invisibility sphere sustained?
that's a great question. I'm gonna guess yes, and
I'll
he's
check it.
going to sustain it.
Okay.
Like, no, it just says 10 minutes.
Okay. Cool.
So he'll get on the camel and ready to start walking because it emanates off him.
Okay.
So, to walk with the group as they walk away.
Okay. All right, Sepisto.
Mr. Tumnus is gonna book it this way. And I think he's gonna double move, but shouting and screaming while he goes, playing on his panpipes.
And are you guys just gonna stay in the sphere and just move away?
Yep.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk away.
Okay, the mantis is gonna leap on Mr. Tumnus and consume him.
Interestingly enough, the last paragraph of this kind of ruins the coolness of this. It reads for the invisibility sphere. While exploring, it's easy to move together slowly and remain invisible. This is untenable in battle, however. Once an encounter begins, creatures remain invisible until at most the end of the first round, at which point the spell ends. What do you think about that?
Why are you?
Well, except I cast it during the encounter, so we
that's
weren't
true.
traveling with it already on.
Why am I trying to ruin this for us?
It's
seriously.
true. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it makes sense. I'm just going to rule it that I think it makes sense. I don't know why it would just
Because we're not in the battle necessarily, right?
Yeah, I think what that is. I think that's a clause for a GM if somebody tries to exploit it too much.
Right.
So I'm just going to say it's fine. I think it's clever. It makes sense to me. So yeah.
Oh yeah, it's saving our bacon, definitely.
I'm on board with the summon 1,000 things for bait and then sneak away plan. So okay, yeah, we're out of initiative.
Cool.
Perfect.
Let's get this. Get out some tense music, shall we?
Just for good measure, I'm going to summon another dragon and have it use its speed surge ability twice to fly off over the head of the mantis and take off in the opposite direction.
Okay, yeah, it's not even going to get very far. That mantis leaps so far and just snatches it out of the air.
Jeez.
These things are terrifying.
They are absolutely terrifying. Absolutely. All
right. Yeah, so I mean, you guys can see this thing gets led pretty far away, and you guys are able to kind of get over some dunes and whatnot and out of sight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Reiklin leans over from his camel and gives a fist bump to Nidhara.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
That was perfect, my friend. I don't see any other way that could have gone better.
Excellent spell book.
It
I
was
am
my scroll.
Well,
I
it
am
was
so
you that
proud.
thought of it.
It wasn't the one that we came to get, was it?
No. That's just a scroll on Osirian tombs.
Okay.
The irony in that.
Yeah.
All right. I need somebody to make a survival. Whoever's leading, kind of same business as before.
Nedhara will do it again.
Sure.
And I will.
And we'll
roll
monitor
to
the
make sure
situation.
it stays on the right way.
10.
24.
He is going the wrong way again.
32 for Reichland and 24 for Zarias. So yeah, again, we gently nudge him the other way, and
It's because I scrambled onto his head again and was talking to him all about how great it is to be a familiar. It's distracting.
All right, with getting the right direction, you guys make it back to the city safely.
excellent.
Awesome.
Okay, so we return the camels to the guy with the camels. Thank him for the use of the beasts.
Oh,
Get
yes,
our horn
my
back.
horn.
I'm very sorry. I have lost your horn.
You lost the horn?
Yes.
I want to roll a
You can keep the camels.
sense motive.
Okay.
Likewise.
Is that just a perception in this one?
It is.
21.
You got a nat 20,
Oh, yeah.
Regina.
Oh, nat 20.
He is full of crap. He looks like a man who's just found out how much the horn is worth versus the camels.
Listen here. I have murdered 134 of my husbands. I recommend you give me that back.
Oh, the
Or-
truth comes out.
I will murder you too.
Roll and intimidate.
Can I roll a deception?
Are you lying about the husbands?
Yeah.
Then yes. It was only 120.
29.
That was a diplomacy.
They're both the same, actually, so.
Okay. Fine. I see I cannot swindle you. Give me my camels back.
No.
Yes, you will give me the camels.
I want.
I want to start
bash
speaking
his head in.
Necrol at this man.
He pulls out the horn from from his tunic, and it's just like it's drenched in sweat from his chest.
Oh.
I'll take it anyway.
Reichland grabs it from him and then starts putting prestidigitation to sweep all the perspiration off of it.
Good.
I'm gonna ask him, do you know what happens when you steal from a plant?
No, I've never even seen a plant speak until today. Roll a deception or an intimidate.
I'm just saying Mary had a little lamb to him in Necrol.
I'm going to start chanting in Terran to back her up.
Okay, yeah. So Sapisto rolls Arias aid.
Hey, you
Well,
cut out what? Roll a what?
Oh, Sapisto can roll a deception or a intimidate, and then Zarias, you can roll the aid.
Can I roll a performance instead?
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Thank you.
Can I roll intimidate to a
It's performance storytelling. Telling the story of what could happen to this man.
I aid.
Awesome.
Okay. Fine, just keep the camels, you reek of curses anyways.
Excellent.
I'm keeping the 17 gold, though. That is business, and if you try to
Fine.
tell me otherwise, I will call the guards.
It's okay. Don't mind my folk here. You see, we're trained adventurers, and we're more used to taking out monsters and the like. And the last encounter was, what could you say, uneventful? And they're all just geared up for something to bash in. So
You deceive anyone again, and I will be back.
Hey, business
a
is
wedding
business,
ring.
eh? They were bad camels anyways.
She pulls out a wedding ring out of her purse. Don't make me give you this. Good idea, Sapisto.
You're the most terrifying elderly I've ever met. Please, just get out of here.
I'll look at Natara and say, I learned how to not push someone around from you. I mean, you know what I mean.
I learned how to not let people push me around from you.
We learned so much from each other.
by
I
the way,
must-
Natara, you may need to de-smellize this horn here.
Oh, I can't.
All right then. Here you go, Sapisto.
Smells like victory and sweat.
I must go to the library, and then I think I must give you payment.
I will
We'd
come with you.
appreciate it.
Can we accompany you in your moment of triumph to the library?
Oh, of course. We must tell my parents.
Of course. They were lovely people.
Yes. Yes.
He'll go get his parents and then go to the library.
Yeah. They accept the scroll. They look a little bit blown away and a little bit sad. You can tell they're clearly disappointed that you've returned it.
And thank you, for your help. My family is in your debt.
We're so proud of you, Nedhara.
Yes, we found grandfather. He was in a tomb.
I hope you paid your respects.
Of we took his belongings, and I have given it to these adventurers for helping.
Oh, very good. Yes, I suppose that is the least they can do. They've done a lot for you. A bit of a bonus, I suppose. Keep his belongings. Not the scroll, right? You did return the scroll.
Yes, you just watched me, Father.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yes, I recall.
Well, let's get your money. Thank you. Sapisto, are you staying with me, or will you be leaving?
I am staying with you.
Yes! We can share my bedroom.
Perfect.
All right.
Sapisto, are you sure?
Yes. I think it is time that I turn over a new leaf.
Is Sapisto staying behind for good?
Yes.
You can teach me all about magic and how to call the Fae.
Oh,
And then we can put on plays together.
Yes, we can. Oh my gosh.
And be adventurers.
We're friends. You're
Yes.
my first real friend.
You are my first master.
Please, you may call me Ned.
I will. And you may call me Sap.
Let's go, Sap.
Ready.
All
You'll
right.
leave.
Friends,
I'm going to miss you, Sapisto. This is
I'm going to
unexpected.
miss you so much.
Reichland
But-
starts to walk away and then casts guidance on Sapisto. Flat check.
Oh,
Right. Flat
Oh.
check.
oh no.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh no. Oh. Did I make it?
For those of you at home, if they fail the flat check, he gets possessed by Rozeki, the crazy cat folk. Yeah, no, you're
I got
fine.
11.
You're good.
Oh. So Ned, there is something we must talk about.
Yes, we have all the time in the world.
Excellent. My friends, this competition is important. And I love you very much. I will give you all of my things.
Regina has a tear in her eye.
Sapisto, if you're truly honestly desirous to return here, how about
Why not
Come
Ned
with
come
us and finish-
Nedhara
and
can
finish
come with
making-
us and become a Goldblood.
Would you like that?
What? Become one of you? How-
that is also an option, yes.
See the world.
How will
Yes.
we put on plays?
Oh, I do it all the time. Every week, I perform in the square.
I threw a concert last week.
Mom?
We Goldblood love performances. We love getting together as big gatherings and drinking together, fighting together, and not dying together.
And we
We'd
did
love
that
to have
today.
you join us.
Oh,
Which reminds me, we should be out partying right now, right?
Mom, Dad, may I go become a Goldblood?
That sounds awfully dangerous. Yes, let him go. Let him go. He just braved the Sahara wastes. It can't be worse than that.
Yes, I led the charge. I got
He
us
did.
there.
You absolutely did.
Your mom kind of tears up and walks up and is going to give you a big old kiss on the cheek. You all have to make sure you take care of him. Make sure he stays
take-
fed. Do you have cooks?
We do. We have the best.
We do.
What about jackets or mugs?
We have those.
Do you have extra blankets?
Yes. I will help you pack, Ned. I know
Oh.
everything a Goldblood needs.
My stuff's already on the camels.
Perfect. Then we don't need to pack.
He
Which
brought
counts?
everything.
Well, let us go. I will get your money. Our money. I will get our money.
Yes.
He will.
Excellent. Welcome to the Goldbloods.
But really quick, Ned, are your parents going to be all right?
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't want to take gold that could be better spent by parents.
He's 40 to 60 years old. It's about time.
Yes. They will be okay. This is my savings that I am using.
Excellent. Bring it with you.
Let's go.
All right. So we will wrap up there with Nedhara joining the Goldbloods. Oh, great session, guys. Let's go over loot.
If you become one of the contenders for this next season of this series, you probably should make that character.
That would be amazing. I would love that.
All right. So here's what we got for the loot here. We have got some greater holy prayer beads that were from the tomb. Those are worth 1,400 gold pieces.
Whoa!
Keep, donate. Want to know what they do?
Let's find out what they do.
So greater.
We can sell those for half price. Well, do we even need to? 1,400, 700.
The strand of ordinary-looking prayer beads glows with a soft light and becomes warm to the touch the first time you cast a divine spell while holding it. When you do, the prayer beads become attuned to your deity, changing their form and iconography to prominently incorporate your deity's religious symbol and iconography. I can't say that word. The beads don't transform or function for an evil spellcaster. Whenever you cast a divine spell from your own spell slot while holding the prayer beads, you recover 1 hit point, but these are the greater ones, so it'll be more than that. You recover hit points whenever you cast a divine spell from your spell slots. 1d4. That's a positive healing effect, and if the spell you cast was a healing spell, you can grant this additional healing to one of the spell's targets instead of yourself.
Ooh.
And then you can cast a bless or heal each once per day, but the greater lets you cast to a 4th level version.
Bless, divine wrath, heal, neutralize poison, and remove disease each once per day.
Yep.
I think that's worth a lot, but I think we hold on to that. What do you think, Rycliffe?
Let's hear everything first before we decide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Then there is that's true. I should tell you your payout first, then you can choose your donations. So
Sure.
He paid you a very handsome sum of 4,490 gold
Oh my gosh.
with a 134 gold tip for the Goldbloods, with 224 gold for your guild support, for a total of 4,848 gold.
Ooh.
So Shadara convinced him to give us more gold, and now I know what happened.
This is life savings.
Like, Shadara and Nedhara had a conversation, and she bullied him into giving us more of his own life savings.
Well, hey, now his family's out of debt.
Yeah, but then, like, Zapisto has like 5 gold in his pocket. Like, that's all that he brought.
And we've got somebody in the chat saying, and you all brought 2 gold?
No, I know! Alicia's freaking right, man. Zapisto's gonna have some... He's gonna... Oh, okay.
So with that gold in mind, there's the greater holy prayer beads. There's a ring of greater fire resistance, which is worth 975 gold pieces and gives you 10 fire resistance. There's the 2 gold nodule aeon stones worth 230 gold pieces each, and the mummified bat is worth 175 gold pieces. So with that in mind, greater holy prayer beads, keep or donate.
it's cool, but the staff is kind of filling that slot for Reichland at this point.
Okay, so donating.
That's
Yeah.
Reichland's modus operandi. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I'm not a guest anymore, so.
He's like, I get input now.
Ooh, yeah.
Ring of Greater Fire Resistance. Keep or donate.
How much was that one worth?
975 gold pieces.
For 10 resistance of fire specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good effect
Mhm.
if you need it. Otherwise,
Let's donate it.
yeah, like Reichland has a couple of scrolls of energy resistance already prepared. I mean,
True, and I can cast that spell spontaneously.
mhm.
Not to be like weird about it, but are deciding whether or not to sell things right now, is that like privileged information? Stares at League of the Hunt in the chat.
All the amounts are public, so it's fine.
Yeah. At the very end, we get to make a silent bid of what our final donation will be, don't we?
Yep, balancing versus what you need to stay alive and what you want to donate to
Yeah.
try to
So
win.
like we can, if we have equipment that is actually worth something, not that wasn't donated and told to us that it had a value of 0, we can opt to secretly sell it for half price for a final donation.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
But if we make a big gap for the league to have to worry about, that would be nice.
Yep.
So
I think both the Aeon Stones are nice, but if we really need languages, you can cast the spell to give us all languages.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
just
I
donate
did
So-
that.
those
I
two.
actually prepared it. Yeah.
is the ring being donated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the ring being donated, you donate this to your guild. They, give it out as part of the promotion for your contest that's going on. And this was actually a cursed withering ring that made
Oh,
somebody's
shoot.
entire hand fall off.
Oh
So
no!
you're now
Shoot.
facing some legal issues here. So I need one of you to choose to lead a diplomacy, and the rest can assist.
Oh my goodness!
This is going to depend how much value you still get for it, or
Who's
if you have
got
to
the
end up
highest
paying for it.
diplomacy?
I have a really, really high deception.
My diplomacy is 19.
I have a deception of 20. My
Okay.
diplomacy is a 14, but if I'm aiding another, I can make it a +4, so I can have essentially a success for aiding another.
Nedhara, you're too green to be helping with this kind of legal issue.
Hold, please.
Shouldn't our guild have vetted this beforehand?
I feel like
It was just it was somebody's
we
fault.
never put it on, right?
I mean, it is the guild's
Mhm.
responsibility, but it comes out of your donations. So
Jeez.
Hmm,
So that was
some-
oh
that's
my
some
gosh.
fine print.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mhm.
Okay, hold
Uh,
on.
Dalton, you should.
Hold on.
Okay. I will roll it, and you
Wait.
get assist.
Wait.
The
I'm
chat is
waiting.
eating this up right now.
I
Slow
have
clap.
I have the thing, the performance feat
Uh-huh.
that lets me do it instead of a thing.
Oh, I think I may have that too.
Actually, I don't think I do. Okay, I'll assist you.
Okay.
okay, so Zarias is leading. Everybody else can attempt to
Oh, wait.
assist.
No, I do have it. I can make
Waiting.
an impression using performance instead of diplomacy.
What's
Okay.
your performance?
Plus 19.
So it's a 19 either way.
Mm.
So-
oh, okay.
Dalton has 2 hero points.
I do. Yes.
Oh.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
I will aid.
Okay, I'll try to aid. Are we aiding in a diplomacy then?
That's up to you. Yeah, is Dalton rolling diplomacy?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, go for it, Zarias. Keep in mind with your hero points, we have decided you can only re-roll once
Once.
on
yeah.
a d20 roll.
23.
All right, Reichland definitely aids with
Oh,
a 30.
I got an at 20.
I see no reason not to re-roll, so I'm going to spend my hero point to re-roll for at least a +2 to that.
Okay, so Reichland critically succeeded, Regina critically succeeded, Sapisto critically succeeded. You're at a
And they
+6.
add on to my 40.
Ooh-wee.
On
30,
to your 40.
44?
46. Oh my goodness, you actually managed to crit succeed it.
Excellent.
All right, you get your full value for it still.
I hope we make the person whose hand fell off feel bad that they tried to sue us. That's how good we succeeded.
See, then Reiklin, he arranges to speak with that person, and using his deception teaches them that it's actually a good thing that they lost their hand. Now they can replace it with some kind of magical weapon or something like that.
Duh.
And Zarias
They're-
just goes like
they're
way
better
out
off
of his
for it.
way for this person, like does everything he can for them to make this situation right. Offers them to come to the guild to try and fix it. Basically just goes way above and beyond.
Let's face it, we all probably pool together just like we just did, and
Good
we
cop,
make-
bad cop.
yeah.
Regina decides that there needs to be a vetting process in this, and it's ridiculous that the guild doesn't have one. So
Put
she
the ring
starts
on their finger
campaigning
before they
to
know
become
it's
the new
real.
leader of the Goldbloods.
Who does?
Regina.
Regina.
Okay, we'll discuss that on some downtime.
All right.
So Piso's just going to sit down and tell them Nidhara's life story and make them feel bad. I'll say, look what he came from. Look what he had to overcome. And you just put a ring on your hand without even checking with us first? I mean, dude.
Oh, that's
Grow a
hilarious.
pair.
Well, you
Or
needed
a
a
hand.
you needed a 45 to get full value. If you would have gotten a 35, you would have gotten half. If you would have failed, you would have gotten 0. If you would have critically failed, you would have had to pay 250 gold in damages. So, congratulations on that.
Awesome.
Cursed items for the win.
Okay, so donated gold Aeon stones. Donating, you said.
Donated, yes.
Mummified bat.
So that allows you in a pinch to be able to fight as if you were a blind fighter. And if you already have blind fighting, it allows you to hit even more accurately and have extra ability. It's
How much is that one worth?
One-time thing.
175 gold.
I think the value on that's low enough we could hold on to it for now, don't you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in a pinch, if poor Lady Regina gets blinded in a moment, and it can be a useful thing.
Okay, donating everything, keeping everything, somehow swindling your way out of getting full value for a cursed item that made somebody's hand fall off.
I think we were swindled.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. So thank you, Toby, for helping me put this session together. And thanks for being on. It was tons of fun. Loved your character. Good
Thanks
stuff.
for having me.
That was a fun idea. An old overdue library
scroll.
And your character was amazing. I love the
Yeah.
apprentice wizard who just joined us.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I remember when
It was good.
I told Toby about give me some kind of session idea. He's like, oh, I have a great idea. It's just a wizard with an overdue library book. That's the first thing he said about it.
I thought, what's the most mundane thing someone would hire someone to do? And I was like, return a library book.
Yeah,
And
it was fun.
that's where it started.
I have to say that the moment that I thought this may not turn out to be very good was the moment where you said, I'm going to cast Fireball and run. Like, oh, no.
So my favorite was, where do I go? Where do I go?
And then doesn't
What do I
listen.
do?
I rather
Oh,
enjoyed
so
that
good.
invisibility spear that he saved our lives with. And
Oh
we
my
captured
gosh.
Yeah.
all our Pokemon and made that thing run away.
Yep.
hmm
Great.
Thank you all. It was fun.
So thank you, chat, for the shares, for the stars, for the likes. It was great fun. Again, this is Toby Pack with us, voice actor and DM over at the SideQuest Inn. I've got their link in the chat, so definitely go check them out. They have a very fun Pathfinder/Starfinder podcast. They do some awesome stuff, so highly recommend it. And yeah, thanks everybody. I think we will call that a night. Now we have the League of the Hunt next Tuesday with our final guest. And then kind of the layout we have the rest for the season. We're going to have kind of a filler session where we're going to have as many people as we can get on one stream, kind of talking about the season and our thoughts and our strategies and whatnot. Then we're going to have a combined session for kind of a final run of trying to get loot. And then we'll have a winner declared after a blind bid. And we'll be doing a season finale with whichever guild wins. So we're getting very close. Should be fun. All right, guys.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything else? We good?
I just want to
Good.
say that look at us. We walked away alive, and the GM still has 6 villain points.
Yeah. I mean, I could have re-rolled to like murder the dragon more.
That's a good session.
Right, it was good.
Was.
Yeah, it was.
All right, awesome. Hey, good night, everybody. We'll catch you next week.